all doused in piping hot water, then shoveled in with salted kelp. That was so good. All those bowls of tea on rice I'd sneak into the kitchen to make at the orphanage. Damn it. I'm gonna die of hunger. My name is Atsushi, and due to unfortunate circumstances, I'm gonna die from starvation. After being thrown out of the orphanage, I had nothing to eat, nowhere to sleep, and of course, not a cent to my name. And I don't even have the courage to steal to survive. That's how I've arrived at my current predicament. However, if I wish to live, I have no choice but to steal and take from others.
Get out, you good-for-nothing! No orphanage wants someone like you.
The world would be a better place if you just die in a ditch somewhere.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up! Die in a ditch. I'm gonna live no matter what. Right. I'm gonna rush the first person who comes along and then steal everything they've got. Maybe someone going a little slower. Okay, the next person. I don't imagine the military police carry wallets while they're in training. Next time. And this time I really mean it. You're mine, man! He wasn't quite what I had in mind. I'll let that one pass, thanks. You'll be okay. Fine! You were floating down the river. Are you okay?
I made it.
Dave! What's that? Did this guy just...
You the one who interrupted my submersion?
You don't remember? Yes, I saved your life. Wait, submersion?
You don't get it? I was trying to kill myself.
Suicide?
Sure, and I think everything was going just swimmingly. But you interfered and ruined my day.
Is he scolding me for saving him?
It's not all your fault. My goal is to commit a completely clean suicide without burdening anyone. Yet I did trouble you, so really the fault lies with me. I should apologize, or better still, make it up to you. Are you by chance hungry?
Well, the truth is I haven't eaten in several days.
How odd. I'm also hungry.
Lucky coincidence.
But I'm afraid the river has taken my wallet.
Oh, just my luck.
There you are, you troublesome blockhead!
Oh, hey. You found me! Nice work, Kunikita!
Nice work? And just who caused all this work, you suicidal maniac? I've had enough of this. Do you realize how often you disrupt my schedule with your shenanigans?
I just had a great idea. He's a colleague of mine from work. Let's have him treat you to a meal.
Hey, are you even listening to me?
Atsushi Nakajima, sir.
Very good. Why don't you come with me, Atsushi? What would you like to eat?
Well, if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, come on. There's no need to hold back.
I'd really love some tea on rice.
So a boy on the brink of starvation wants to eat tea on rice. Very well, let's have Kunikita treat you to 30 large bowls of it.
Don't you get all generous with my money, Dazai!
You're Dazai?
Yep, that's my name. It's a pleasure to meet you, my new friend. I'm Osamu Dazai.
You're unreliable and you're a fool, Dazai. Who says, wow, that's a nice river, and then jumps into it in the middle of a jog? Now we're late. I'll have to revise our whole schedule.
You're obsessed with your schedules, Kunikita.
This book isn't just some day planner. This is an ideal. This is my sole co-worker should be a suicidal maniac.
You mean he tried to kill himself before?
Be quiet. And nowhere in my projected expenses is there a line item for 1,000,000 bowls of tea on rice for a snot-nosed kid.
What kind of work are you in?
And now he's got questions.
What are you talking about?
Fine, I'll tell you. It involves the military.
How are you two communicating with each other?
I'm so full. I've had enough rice to last me a good 10 years.
I strongly suggest you show a little gratitude after you ate this on my dime.
You're a real lifesaver. I came to Yokohama straight from the orphanage. I've had nothing to eat and nowhere to sleep since. I thought I'd starve to death.
You're from an orphanage?
I was, yes. But they kicked me out.
Sounds like a real philanthropic organization.
Look, Dazai, we're not a couple of do-gooders going around helping hard luck cases. We've got a job to do.
That reminds me. You said that your current job involves the military. What kind of work do you do?
We're private investigators.
Investigators?
But we handle more than lost pets and cheating spouses. Our office has uniquely gifted...
I've heard of the Armed Detective Agency, but I thought those were just stories. Tales of an agency specializing in cases that can't be entrusted to the police or the military. An armed force that straddled the natural and supernatural worlds. But there was even more. I'd heard that many members of this elite agency possess supernatural powers. Am I in the presence of two superhumans?
Check out that support beam up there!
Don't even think about hanging yourself in this tea house.
I'm not. I'm thinking of the hanging health technique.
What are you talking about?
What? You don't know? It's so good for releasing muscle tension and shoulder cramps.
Whoa, that would be perfect for me.
It would. You should write this down.
This effective technique is the hanging health method.
I'm messing with you.
Are these two weirdos actually with the Armed Detective Agency?
It leaps into a river, but it doesn't end there, no! Then I have to foot the bill for ungrateful kid on death's door to stuff himself! My schedule for today was perfect, but now I have to start over from square one!
So about the job you said you're both working on... What? Sorry, I really shouldn't have asked! Right, that was my mistake. Of course...
Actually, since you mentioned it, today's job doesn't require any secrecy. It's for the government. We're looking for a tiger.
A tiger?
Yes, a ferocious man-eater who's recently appeared in the city. Well, not that we know for sure it's devoured anyone, but it's ransacked warehouses, eaten farm animals, and caused general chaos. The authorities have received all kinds of scary reports about it. What's wrong, Atsushi?
I'll be leaving now. Goodbye.
Not so fast. Do you know something you're not sharing with us?
Don't try. There's no way you can stop that animal.
Really now? Tell us what you know about the tiger.
It's after me. It almost killed me. If it's been seen around here, I have to go now. Please, I'm begging you, just let me go.
Look, kid. You'll either pay for the food with your arm or tell us everything.
Now, Kunikita. Whenever you ask questions, it quickly deteriorates into an interrogation. You've been talked to about this. Let me try. Okay, now what do you know about this tiger?
That tiger kept attacking my orphanage, hit our chicken coop, and emptied out our food warehouse. I mean, no one died, but the orphanage was already on a tight budget. I got kicked out so they'd have one less mouth to feed. I don't have a home because of that tiger.
Get out, you good for nothing!
The world would be a better place if you just die in a ditch somewhere.
Why me? I didn't do anything.
We don't need worthless leeches like you. You're not welcome here, and you'll never find a place where you do belong. Just go. I hope you rot in hell.
Well, That's a tragic tale.
But back to the tiger. You said it almost killed you.
It shows up wherever I go, like it's tracking me, hunting me down so it can pounce and tear me to shreds. Recently, when I was walking around the Tsurumi neighborhood.
It's a tiger!
I started seeing it 2 weeks before the orphanage expelled me, but I've caught glimpses of it many times since then. My instinct tells me it's come to the city hunting me.
When was the last time you saw the tiger stalking you?
4 days ago. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That makes sense. Reports of a wild tiger started coming in 2 weeks ago. And then, it was sighted again in Tsurumi, only 4 days ago.
Atsushi, are you free tonight?
I have a really bad feeling about this.
You, being the man-eater's target, presents an excellent opportunity. Would you please help us find the tiger?
Forget it! No way!
Kunikita, please give this to the agency president.
The two of you are going to catch this animal? We should confirm his information first.
It'll be fine.
I'm not doing this, okay? I know what you're thinking. You're planning to use me as bait. There's no way
There's a reward, you know.
There's a what now? A reward? No, I can't. You are not going to tempt me with a little money. But just so that I'm totally clear about my decision, how big is the reward for this case?
This much.
Dazai, I'm surprised you can read when it's this dark.
I have excellent nighttime vision. Besides, I've read it before. I know everything that happens in this book.
That's funny, then why are you reading it again?
A good book is always good.
Do you really think the tiger will track me down and come here?
I know it will. But don't worry. When it shows up, it'll be no match for me. I may not look tough, but I'm with the agency for good reason.
I admire your confidence. In fact, I'm kind of jealous. They called me a good-for-nothing at the orphanage as far back as I can remember. And now, I don't even know where I'll sleep tonight or how I'll get through tomorrow.
Get out, you good for nothing! No matter how long you search, you'll never find a place where you belong!
No one would mind if I died in a ditch somewhere or just disappeared forever. Yeah, maybe I would be better off getting eaten by a tiger.
Well then, I think it'll be soon.
What? I just heard something back there.
Yes, me too.
It's probably the tiger, Dazai.
Down.
It's the man-eater. It tracked me down to eat me.
Calm down, Atsushi. Tigers don't suddenly appear out of nowhere.
How do you know that for sure?
Because something's not right with your story. Just because their finances went south, why would an orphanage banish a poor, helpless child? It's not in some provincial farming village from a bygone era. Banishing 1 or 2 mouths to feed would hardly put a dent in their deficit. It'd make more sense to downsize by transferring half of the kids to a different orphanage.
I don't understand. What are you talking about, Dazai?
Think about it. You came to the city 2 weeks ago. The tiger also appeared in the city 2 weeks ago. And you told us you were in the Tsurumi ward just 4 days ago. According to reports, the tiger was also sighted there 4 days ago. Remember what Kunikita said? The armed detective agency is comprised of individuals with supernatural powers. Though not a well-known fact, quite a few people possess supernatural abilities in this world. Some people use their abilities to achieve great success, while others fall into ruin, unable to control their powers. Orphanage staff knew who the tiger was, but out of fear, they declined to enlighten you. You were the only one in the dark, Atsushi. You see, you also have supernatural powers. In the moonlight, you can transform into a wild beast. An impressive display. You could snap a person's neck. You could tear a man's heart from his chest. Come to think of it, this isn't a bad way to meet my doom, being eaten by a tiger. But even all your strength can't kill me. My ability is no longer human. My power allows me to reverse anyone else's power. It works through a simple touch. Interested?
There you are, Dazai.
Huh? You're late, Kunikita. I've captured our predator.
What do you mean? It's the boy?
Yep, he can change into a deadly tiger.
Oh, jeez.
Hmm?
What was with this note, huh?
The tiger will be in the 15th District's warehouse. Secure the perimeter so that it can't escape. My, what a lovely and concise note.
You left out one vital detail. Next time you better tell me what's going on. Thanks to you, I brought in agents who weren't even on call. First round's on you.
Hey! Please don't tell me there are no casualties. Talk about boring.
You've gotten better at solving cases, Dazai. But my logical skills will solve the big ones.
He's not dead. What are we gonna do with him when he wakes up? He didn't know he could do this, did he?
Apparently, or so it seems. Now what, Dazai? He's been designated a security threat.
I've already made my decision.
They called her. And now, I don't even know where I'll sleep tonight or how I'll get through tomorrow. No one would mind if I died in a ditch somewhere or just disappeared forever. Yeah, maybe I would be better off getting eaten by a tiger.
We're going to make him one of us.
Cool.
Seriously?
Dazai, you are an idiot.
Oh!
There, my little were-tiger friend.
Up, Atsushi! Here, in a city teeming with the supernatural, in a detective agency full of eccentrics, a strange tale's about to unfold. This is only a sign of things to come, a premonition. It starts now.
Hello? Who are you?
Atsushi, do you remember anything from when you were transformed?
What are you talking about?
Oh, look at that. Your right hand didn't change back.
My right hand?
Atsushi Nakajima! From this day forward, you're going to be one of us. You're the new member of the Armed Detective Agency.
Where am I? What happened last night? Was it a dream?
Do you remember anything from when you were transformed?
What are you talking about?
Oh, look at that. Your right hand didn't change back.
My right hand? Sleeping under a roof feels so good. What? What? Huh? Oh, okay, I'll get it. I'm coming. I'm doing it right this second. Which button am I supposed to push? This one? No. This one? Come on, yes, hello? Hi, Dazai.
It's another beautiful day. What do you think of your new accommodations?
They're great, thanks. I mean, compared to sleeping outside, this place is like heaven to me.
I'm happy to hear that. The change of clothes at your pillow was a gift from everyone at the agency.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
By the way, Atsushi, I apologize for asking, but I need help with a teensy-weensy emergency.
Emergency?
Yes, and it's quite urgent. I'll give you the specific location, and I need you to meet me there immediately. This is a crisis, and you're the only one who can help, understand?
Okay.
Carefully. Are you ready, Atsushi?
Yes.
First, when you leave the room, make sure you close and lock the door. Then, look behind you.
Behind me? What are you doing?
What do you think?
I think I'm hallucinating this whole thing.
Wrong! Guess again.
An attack from a dangerous suspect? Or did you get caught in a trap?
I got in myself. Well, you see, I read about this fascinating way to commit suicide by getting stuck in an oil drum, so I decided to give it a shot. Securing the feet is key, just suffering. I've wedged myself in pretty deep, and I can't get out on my own. I might die.
I see. So this is a way to commit suicide. You chose to do it and you think that it's working. I don't see what the problem is.
I like the idea of suicide, but I'm not at all interested in pain and suffering. Who wants that? Also, I only learned after the fact this isn't actually a form of suicide. It's more a form of torture.
There. My name is Atsushi Nakajima. Just last night, I turned into a wild tiger and went on a destructive rampage. This man, Osamu Dazai, brought me back to normal. Dazai has a special power, and he's not alone. He works with a team of people endowed with supernatural gifts in the Armed Detective Agency.
Atsushi Nakajima. From this day forward, you're going to be one of us. You're the new member of the Armed Detective Agency. That was painful. I owe you a favor, Atsushi. Without your ingenious help, I would have eventually snapped in two at the waist. Such agony.
Why?
Oh, I called them all right. I told them I was at death's door. They didn't understand my predicament. They were all like, well, congratulations. You're finally doing it.
Supportive friends.
Jeez. Anyone gifted with supernatural powers isn't totally right in the head.
Gifted. Dazai. Everyone at the Armed Detective Agency, I mean, the private investigators, they're all gifted with powers, right?
Right. We're an armed force taking on enemies the police don't stand a chance against.
Then I don't stand a chance at joining the agency.
What are you talking about? You're plenty gifted.
It's true that I have the supernatural ability to turn into a tiger. But what good is it if I have absolutely no control over my power? I'm not even aware of it once I start to transform. And I can't will myself to change into a wild tiger. So I don't understand how I'd be of any use even if I could join. I really appreciate the offer, though. I am sorry.
Very well. What's your plan, then?
I've decided I'll look for a low-skilled, low-wage job I can handle. I'm just a little afraid it won't be very easy to find.
I might even be able to help you get it.
Seriously? Thank you so much!
We'll meet with the supervisor. He'll give you all the details about the work, your coworkers, and the organization. I've got a good feeling about this. He'll love you.
What's the job title?
No point spoiling the fun. But just so you know, there may be a test of sorts.
A test?
Atsushi, can you read and write?
I can. They taught me at the orphanage school.
Great, then you'll be perfect. Yes, you'll be just fine at this place. I guarantee it.
Thank you so much.
You better thank me. Just leave it to me and everything will be fine, don't you worry. After all, I am Dazai, the most trusted member of the Armed Detective Agency and a true hero to adoring fans everywhere.
I've been looking everywhere for you, Dazai! You bandit squandering machine!
Oh, you Kunikita. Why couldn't you come up with a better nickname?
Because you're delusional. You think you're the most trusted member of the agency? You get more complaints than anyone else. People curse you out on a regular basis.
Really?
What? No way. Since when did I ever get a complaint?
Here was a call we received in August. Can you come retrieve him? Here is a call from September. Some weirdo's gotten himself buried on my farm. Could he be one of yours? A call in the same month.
That skinny rat needs to pay his tab, okay? All 6 months worth!
I'm flabbergasted. Who knew you were so skilled at doing impressions of other people?
You worthless cat! Stop ridiculing me! I'm gonna shake you silly until
I'm
you
starting
take
to have
me
second
serious.
thoughts about accepting his
Tired
help.
of your
Maybe I should just look for a job on my own.
Oh, right. I just lost a whole minute with this idiot. He's got a knack for wasting my time. We've got to get to the agency!
We do.
We have an emergency. A man has taken a hostage and threatened to blow up our office.
A mad bomber?
What? What's your question? The agency's on the 4th floor.
No, I wasn't thinking about that. It was more, well,
Let's take the stairs to be safe.
excuse me, but I
Quiet.
don't... No, sorry.
Atsushi, it's showtime.
It is?
I can't take it anymore. It's all your fault. The awful Armed Detective Agency's fault. Me the president! If you don't, I'll blow everyone in this place to Kingdom Come.
Sounds like this guy has a personal grudge. That's inconvenient.
Agreed.
Why'd you bring me here again?
Based on what he's saying, the bomber seems furious at the agency.
Honestly, I don't think I can help you. May I go now?
Because of the work we do, we attract a lot of ill will.
Did you hear what I said?
That is a military-grade high-level explosive. If the bomber acts on his threat and detonates it, they'll kill us and destroy the whole floor.
Oh no.
We may be able to reduce the force of the blast if we can find something to cover the bomb before it detonates. But given the circumstances, since he took her hostage, he's not only mad, he's cruel.
Do you know who she is?
Her name is Naomi. She's a part-time office assistant.
She's not an agent? Then she's just an innocent victim in this terrible mess.
So what do we do?
He wants to see the president. Bring him here.
Are you insane? He'll try to kill the president. We can't let the boss walk into a bad situation like this. Plus, he's off on a business trip.
Right, I forgot. Then there's only one option.
Are they gonna use their powers?
Hey. Easy does it, kid.
Stay away. I only want to see the president. Don't you try anything funny, or I'll blow this place to bits.
Okay.
I know who you are. You're Kunikita. You want me to lower my guard, so you can use that annoying ability of yours to stop me. Well, that sure ain't happening. Lay down on that desk on your hands and knees, and keep both feet above your head.
Huh?
You'll do exactly as I say, or I'm taking everyone here down with me.
Fine.
This is bad. Because of his personal grudge against the agency, he's done his research on all the members' names and faces. If I go out there and try to talk to him, it'll only make him more angry. Oh my, whatever shall we do now?
Uh-oh. I just got a really bad feeling.
Atsushi.
Absolutely not.
I haven't even said anything yet.
I already know what you're gonna ask.
Listen to me, Atsushi. You're the only option. You're not a formal member, and the bomber doesn't know you at all.
You're right. But if I go...
You'll be fine. We just need you to distract him for a little while. Try talking to him. We'll take care of everything else. Let me think here. How about you put on an act? Make it depressing, like you think you're a real worthless human being. I know you can do it. right? Here's some props. Trust me. Scuffles on this scale are child's play compared to what we normally deal with. You can handle this, Atsushi.
Don't do it! What are you hoping to get out of this? I bet this would make your parents really sad.
Who the hell are you?
I'm sorry.
I don't know who you are. You're not with the agency.
I'm a newspaper boy. I was just passing by as I was on my route.
Why the hell would you get involved in this situation?
Because what you're doing isn't right. No matter how you feel, you shouldn't threaten to kill people. Think about the wonderful things worth living for.
Yeah, like what? What's something to live for?
Yummy tea on rice! Oh, and sleeping somewhere with a roof over your head. Waking up under a roof is great. And when you open your eyes, every day is a new day. But if you push that button, neither of us will ever see another new day. And that's because we'll be dead.
I understand the concept.
Wait! See, I really don't think you've thought about this from all the angles. I mean, if you die, you're really dead. I'm sure you wish you were dead sometimes, but there are many people who keep on living even though their lives are completely awful. Oh, people like me. I don't have any family and no friends either. I even got chased out of an orphanage. I have nowhere to go and no hope for the future. What's worse, I turned into a wild tiger. Yeah, you heard me right. In fact, it might be true that I lack redeeming qualities, and everyone agrees I'm a useless member of society. But I'm still alive and I haven't gone psycho.
Doing great, Atsushi. It's almost like this performance isn't just an act for you.
Now why don't you put down that bomb detonator, and we can look for jobs together, okay?
No thanks. I'm not exactly looking for work these days.
Now, Kunikita!
Already on it. Ability. Dopo Poet. Wire Gun!
Crap!
Get him, Kunikita!
Like I already said, I'm on it!
Okay, everyone. One man down. Well done.
One man down? Are you kidding me?
Huh?
Fine, so it was just one guy, but I had to do all the hard physical work, unlike you. You're all talk and no action.
Oh, now you're just being ridiculous. That was my only option.
After all, you lost at rock, paper, scissors.
You bastard!
Come on. All's well that ends well, teammate. I'm just glad you're still in one piece. But speaking of your health, I've been meaning to tell you. I heard that if you're too neurotic, your aging becomes accelerated.
Really, is that true?
Yes, you should write this down.
A tip for better longevity. If you're too neurotic, your aging becomes accelerated.
I'm messing with you.
Ah! You little weasel, I'm gonna teach you to stop ridiculing me! What the hell?
Now you'll pay. I swear, anyone with supernatural powers is not totally right in the head.
Nation!
Hey, kid!
No way! Kunikita! What do I do?
We may be able to reduce the force of the blast if we can find something to cover it before it detonates.
Something to cover the bomb. Something! There's nothing here!
Atsushi!
Well, I guess I'm crazy to do this.
You fool! No, don't! Jeez. You know, I figured the kid was stupid, just not that stupid.
He even has the talent to become a suicidal maniac. Wouldn't you agree with me, Tanizaki?
Sorry. Are you okay?
Huh?
Oh, my sweet big brother! Please tell me you're all right. You were so wonderful as the villain. I believed every second of it. I had the time of my life being tied up, and I loved how intense and dangerous it felt. As we get home.
So she was in on the entire thing too?
You mad? If you're upset, you should blame Dazai. Or yourself. After all, you chose an idiot like him to help you find work.
Wait, does that mean this is the job?
It sure is. I told you there was a test involved.
As in, an entrance exam?
Exactly right.
The exam has been completed without any complications, President.
I see.
President?
Dazai came to my office saying his work had brought him in contact with a capable young man. But I needed more than his word, so I had him test your metal.
You did well. I brought up the idea that the agency hire you, but since you've been designated a major threat throughout the ward, there was disagreement as to whether we should take you in.
Then Dazai asked me a question.
President, what if the most gifted person in the world came into your office wanting to work here? Would you hire them?
Power alone doesn't make one fit to be a member of the agency.
That's exactly why I'm recommending him.
With that in mind, are you ready to make your decision?
I'll let Dazai decide.
You can trust me, sir.
Hold on, Dazai. This is all happening too fast. Does this mean the job you told me about this morning was...
You apparently passed the test. Welcome to the Armed Detective Agency, Atsushi Nakajima.
Not again!
Great! I'm glad I was able to help.
Congratulations, you passed your big exam.
No. This job is way too violent for me. And you people are completely reckless.
Yet you're the one who threw yourself on a bomb to protect the rest of us. That takes a special kind of person.
You know he's right. I can't believe how brave you were.
You'll do fine working here.
Will I?
Have you reached a decision, sir? Do you think the young man performed competently enough to join the agency? Oh, a tea leaf standing straight up. I think that's a very good omen, President.
Too hot.
Now, obviously, we can't force you to join. But if you don't, there are a lot of considerations that cause me to worry for your future. You'll have to vacate your present agent's specialized skills, nor do you have friends or any personal contacts in the city. That will make finding a job very difficult. And let's not forget you are a wanted tiger with a bounty on your head. Should anyone discover that personal detail, you'd get fired. Or worse, you'd be captured, tied up, and maybe shot dead.
Shot dead?
But if you were with the agency, it would be a much happier story.
So I'm stuck here.
Welcome aboard. We're excited to work with you, Atsushi. Right, sweet brother?
Remember to follow the rules, rookie.
Well, I'm glad it's settled.
I know it was for a test, but I was still really rude to you. I'm sort of an assistant here at the agency. My name's Junichiro Tanizaki. Can you ever forgive me?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. He seems like a nice enough person.
And this here is...
His little sister Naomi.
You two are brother and sister? For some reason, I thought you had a different relationship.
Oh, you think I'm lying? There's absolutely no doubt that we're related to each other. None at all. The two of us are more similar than you'd think. Right, big brother?
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
You leave this subject alone if you know what's good for you. Listen closely, kid. Now that you have joined our ranks, you should try and act accordingly. Unlike some people here I couldn't mention, I work to uphold the agency's good name. We are all committed to that goal. Well, at least some of us are. Right, Dazai?
Would you strangle me with these beautiful, delicate fingers, young miss?
Were you listening to a single word I just said? My hands might not be as nice as hers, but if you're looking for someone to break your neck, I think that honor should go to me, wouldn't you say?
I was wondering, what were the two of you doing before you joined the agency? No big deal. Was just curious is all.
Take a guess.
Huh?
It's a game. We've played it a lot here, actually. The newcomer tries to guess his colleagues' former occupations. Think of it as part of training to be a private investigator.
I want to say Junichiro and Naomi were students?
Whoa, you got it. Nice one.
How did you figure that one out?
I was told you work at the agency part-time, and you're wearing a uniform, so there was a good chance you were still in school. Plus, Junichiro and I seem to be similar in age. Just made sense.
Not half bad, Atsushi. What about Mr. Kunikida?
Nobody cares about what I used to be, alright?
You hold a government job?
Almost. He was a public school teacher, and he taught mathematics, to be exact.
For the last time, you have to use the law of exponents in this one!
I can totally picture that, actually.
It was another life. I don't even want to think about it.
What about me, then?
What did you do?
Yup. My job.
Mr. Dazai. Mr. Dazai. I have no idea. Not a single clue.
Don't even bother. His former profession is a mystery to all of us. Nobody here has guessed it.
The person who finally figures it out collects a reward. Isn't that right?
A reward?
Yeah, that's true. And because no one's guessed right, it's just skyrocketed.
The reward has skyrocketed? So, just out of curiosity, how much is this reward right now?
700,000 yen.
700 grand! Ah! So if I guess correctly, then it's mine? This isn't just some kind of prank?
A suicide advocate keeps his promises.
I gotta say, he looks really fired up.
There's no way he'll ever guess it.
That reward will be mine.
Incorrect.
Researcher!
Wrong.
Lawyer?
Nope.
Journalist! Carpenter!
Try again.
Fortune teller!
Nah.
Pilot?
Wrong again.
Is he even close?
No, Japanese chef.
Shigo.
No idea.
No way.
Shinto priest!
Blasphemous.
Model!
No, but...
That's very flattering.
I bet you were just wandering around doing nothing at all.
Not true. I would never lie about something like this. You've given up, right? Then you can be the one to pay the bill tonight. It's our agency's favorite restaurant, so you can always start a tab with them if you don't have enough money on you.
Hi, this is Junichiro. Yeah? Okay. Got it.
Is it a job?
Yeah. The client's already waiting for us back at the agency.
Well, let's get to work then. Let's save the guessing game for another time.
Now then, you mentioned wanting to request an investigation, but what manner of investigation are we speaking of here?
So beautiful. You remind me of a lotus blossom. All at once elegant and ephemeral. Would you care to join me in a double suicide?
Huh?
Allow me to apologize for the distraction. Please continue on. I'll take care of this. What the hell is wrong with you?
Please let me expand a little on my request.
Oh, of course.
Wow, she's acting as if this is all perfectly normal.
You see, there's recently been a group of seedy-looking individuals loitering in the back alley of my company building.
Could you give us more details?
They wear clothes that are very old and tattered. We've heard some of them speak in a foreign language, but none of us can identify it.
If I had to guess, I'd say they sound a lot like smugglers. They're unavoidable in a port town like this one, and with their numbers, the police can't do much to stop them.
Right. If we had empirical evidence of their activities, we could shut them down for good. That's why...
You want us to get that evidence for you, right? Hey, kid, you're on point. Relax, it'll just be a simple stakeout job. Smugglers are rarely violent, so you just need to keep watch in case they try to make a break for it. It's really the perfect first job for a rookie.
Yeah, but...
Junichiro, I want you to accompany him.
If the big brother's going, then there's no way I'm staying behind!
Kid, you think I was about to leave you high and dry like that? I have some important advice for you before you go. Look here. Memorize this picture and take note. Be careful of this man. If you see him, run.
Who is he?
A mafioso. Honestly, we only call him that because we don't know anything else about him.
He's part of a vicious criminal organization working from the port. Appropriately, they're called the Port Mafia. They're the most savage group this city's underbelly has to offer. The man in the photo is especially dangerous. Not even this agency can get to him.
What makes him so dangerous?
He's gifted, just like all of us are. Unfortunately, his ability is designed specifically for bloodshed. The military police don't stand a chance against him. I wouldn't want to fight him either.
What's his name?
Octagawa.
I found this bag on the ground. I think someone lost it.
Ah, thank you very much for bringing it in. If you could just fill out this lost and found form. Wait a minute. I've seen you before.
Impressive. You found me out already.
Wait. Move!
The military police of this city are such a distinguished force.
Hello, I'm looking for a...
It's done. Next.
Oh, yeah. You can't do a double suicide just by yourself.
Hey, Dazai, how come you're not working?
I'm waiting for my muse. Don't forget, grab a friend.
Hey!
Double suicide, double suicide.
That's
double
scary,
suicide,
all right.
Double.
It's not something to laugh about. All this talk about the Mafia and how dangerous they are. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this kind of work.
You'll be fine. If I've been able to manage, there's nothing for you to worry about.
Yeah, but you have a special ability as well, don't you? Yours is probably way more useful than what I have.
I wouldn't set your expectations too high. Mine's not really suited for combat.
I don't care what you love. You.
Cut it out, Naomi. This isn't the place.
Hey, are you giving me lip? Well, at least put some tongue into it if you're gonna do that. Oh, come on.
We have arrived. It's this way.
There's something really creepy about this place.
That's strange. Is this really the right spot? Miss
Higuchi.
Smugglers tend to be a very cautious bunch of individuals. They'll always have an escape route planned. And yet, this place leads to a dead end. If anyone came from that direction, they'd be trapped.
That's correct. I must apologize for deceiving you and leading you all into a trap. My actual target is all of you. Octagawa, it's me.
Octagawa?
I have them cornered as planned.
Excellent. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Oh no, she's
With the Port Mafia!
Oh no, she's
With the Port Mafia!
Hey, brother, are you okay?
Naomi! Naomi! Oh God! What should I do? No, right, a tourniquet. Atsushi, do you have a tourniquet on you? No, first I have to clean the wound. Atsushi, grab her legs.
My research has already revealed that you are a non-combatant. I'll do you the favor of allowing you to follow your sister into the afterlife.
You worthless dog! You're gonna pay for hurting Naomi! Special ability, Light Snow!
Doesn't look like snow to me.
Atsushi, stay far behind me. This woman's days on Earth are over!
What?
My My light snow ability transposes the entire space into a digital realm.
Damn it.
I've superimposed the imagery upon myself, so it's impossible for you to...
Bullets can still hit you.
That's where you're wrong. Now you get to die.
The stench of death does not discriminate between those who inflict it and those who seek it. Do you not agree?
Be careful of this man. If you see him, run.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Octagawa. Like this woman here, I'm one of the Port Mafia's black dogs.
Mr. Octagawa, I can handle this by myself.
My orders were to take the were-tiger alive, and yet here you are gunning everyone down! You useless mongrel! Back off!
I'm sorry.
Take the were-tiger alive? I'm the one you're after? But of course. The objective of this... Your friends got caught in the crossfire. Just an unfortunate consequence.
All of this is because of me?
Indeed. That is your karma, were-tiger. Your life is bound to cause only misfortune to those around you.
Get out, you good-for-nothing!
The world would be a better place if you just die in a ditch somewhere.
You're not welcome here, and you'll never find a place where you do belong!
That's my karma.
Special ability. Rashoma! Naturally, I missed on purpose that time. But my Rashomon has been growing very hungry. I intend to take you in alive, but if you decide to resist, then I will have no choice but to have it consume your leg next time.
But why? Why is this happening to me? Is this my fault too? Do I make everyone around me suffer just by being alive?
Tsushi, run. Run away. You've got to.
They're both still alive.
Work to uphold the agency's good name.
A fool's errand. How tiresome. I'll commend you on a noble effort, but in the end, it was a futile attempt. I told you, my Rashomon's hunger knows no bounds. It devours anything around it. It consumed the very space your bullets were attempting to cross in order to reach me. No matter what kind of weapon you might try to use, none can reach me in this present state.
How was anyone supposed to stand a chance against him then?
Unfortunately for you, I keep my promises.
Quit your sobbing, you useless brat! Children who don't have parents don't have the luxury to sulk around. A pathetic, forsaken child like you doesn't even have the right to cry!
That's right. I've been abandoned countless times over the course of my life. I was never allowed to cry. No one ever accepted me, and I never had a place I could call home. And yet even then...
Fascinating.
His right leg just regenerated.
should be.
Mr. Akutagawa!
Stand down, Higuchi! What?
Akutagawa! Why you? It's having no effect.
Rashomon! Agito! So much for taking you alive. What's this? It appears I just ripped apart an illusion. Rashomon! Urakumo!
All right, that's enough.
You're from the agency. Why are you here?
I just couldn't keep a lovely lady like you off my mind, so I decided to keep in touch.
It can't be. That means... you had already seen through my plans even before any of this happened.
Come on, Natsushi, rise and shine. I don't want to carry 3 people back at the same time.
You really think we'll just let you go?
Let's leave them be. We'll return another time.
But Mr. Akutagawa, why?
Ah, well, we will retreat this time. However, you can be sure the Port Mafia will be back to claim that boy someday. Bear Tiger fetches quite a sum on the black market. The bounty stands at 7 billion yen.
Well, I'm just tickled pink at their utter generosity.
We'll pay a visit to your agency at a later date, so you can be sure the Port Mafia will collect what's owed them.
Oh, really? Is that a formal declaration of war? Go ahead and try it, if you really have the guts.
You think that you can threaten us? You are a small-scale operation, with only a dozen or so lackeys, whereas we hold the keys to this city's operations at every level. An agency like yours couldn't even hope to touch us. If we so wished it, we could wipe you all off the face of the earth.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that.
Indeed. I would expect you would, considering your previous history. After all, you were a Port Mafia.
I was attacked by the Mafia. Remember, Mr. Kunikita! Are Junichiro and Naomi?
Just calm down. They're both okay.
Are you sure? Really sure?
Yes. Dr. Yoshino is treating Tanizaki next door as we speak.
My, what a big bad injury you've managed to rack up there for me, Junichiro. It's impressive. You must really like my treatment a lot. So I'll give you the extra special treatment this time.
That's medical treatment?
I heard a rumor. There's a bounty for your head on the black market. It may be as high as 7 billion yen by now. 7 billion yen. You've moved up in the world. No wonder the Port Mafia wants to get their hands on you.
7 billion yen?
But of course, the objective...
It's all beginning to make sense. What should I do? The Mafia might attack the agency at any time! Why me? Why me? Why me?
Stop panicking. It's true that the Port Mafia are extremely violent, but you must keep your cool. Otherwise, you could wind up dead. Not that I care.
I think your notebook's upside down.
I am not losing my cool over the Mafia! I'd beat them back, even if they attacked this very second. I'd punch and whack and chip and chop.
Nikita's pretty wound up. He's not making any sense.
Think of Stebbity
It
Step
must mean the agency's situation is pretty bad.
in a blizzard! Gah!
And it's all because of me.
They'll come for sure. You are the one who brought this on. The worst case scenario may come to pass. Think carefully about what you will do.
What in the world can I do?
By the way, kid, there's something I've been looking for. You haven't seen my glasses around, have you?
It's time, sir.
Stand back. Sorry to intrude. I hate to bother you at work.
Hey, who the hell are you?
But we won't be very long. It has recently come to our attention that a group of insurgents has started selling Port Mafia cargo on the black market, and that this is their base. You won't mind if I have a look through the cargo for evidence. Seems I found it already.
That's impossible. It's a steel pipe.
You've never seen a gift in action before? Kill them. Kill them all. A smoke always tastes best after a job well done.
An explosion. What's going on?
I hear it was a massacre. Damn. The police investigating the incident say the Port Mafia's military squad did it. The Black Lizard Group, the most violent of them all.
The Black Lizard?
Yeah, they're as good as special ops forces, and completely merciless.
The Port Mafia's Black Lizard. If they actually decide to attack the agency... The worst case scenario.
business card I left at the agency. Your colleagues may have saved you the other day, but that won't be the case next time. So, what do you want?
I'm going to quit the agency. I'm quitting and going on the run alone. Good luck finding me.
I get it. You want us to call off the war on the agency, right? Call the Black Lizard now!
Oh, so you finally decide to show up. Thanks to you, worst case scenario. Help me carry these, will ya? Hey!
There's no need to worry. Because the worst case scenario isn't gonna happen now. The agency is perfectly safe.
Hey, kid! You can't just leave! How am I supposed to carry all this?
Get out, you good for nothing! No orphanage wants someone like you.
The world would be a better place if you just die in a ditch somewhere.
You really shouldn't be so uptight all the time, Gramps. This place is so depressing. Is Geen here yet? Or is he late too?
He's here. Look behind you.
Why am I even surprised you're creeping around? You get on my nerves. Looking for a fight?
Stop being foolish. Or would either of you prefer to be reported killed in action?
Fine, whatever. Let's just get on with it already.
We're all here.
Glad to hear it.
We're ready. What target requires 3 of us to bring it down?
The target is the Armed Detective Agency's office.
Why aren't we pursuing the were-tiger?
The previous attempt failed because the agency interfered. We won't let that happen again. We'll annihilate the agency.
There are no survivors.
That's fine by me.
Understood.
That detective agency won't make a fool of Octagawa. I won't let them.
Fear death. Fear slaughter. Those who desire the death of others have an equal desire to die. Men who are worthless have no right to draw breath. You have surprised me. Your resolve is admirable. And now, I will give you a reason to live. I have finally found a reason to live! Did I say to live? No, I have found the reason I am still alive.
That's right. I've lived to this day so I could Belladonna, at last.
Do what you want alone.
Double suicide can't be done alone.
By the way, Mr. Dazai, how's your life insurance coverage? Is it up to date?
I'll tell you anything. But why ask about that?
Oh, let me tell you why. You have racked up quite a tab. It must be paid back. A good insurance policy would do just that. I have the perfect plan.
Your vitality is so blinding I can't think straight!
If the best you can do is change the subject, I'll just have to demand compensation from your agency.
Your decisiveness is even more blinding than your vitality!
So there's not even a lookout? Talk about careless.
Can I help you?
Apologies, detectives. We must have forgotten to make an appointment.
The Port Mafia's Black Lizard.
Please forgive the bad manners. Our work here will be done soon.
Get out, you good-for-nothing! No orphanage wants someone like you.
The world would be a better place if you just die in a ditch somewhere.
All of them were right about me. There isn't a place in the world for me. I'll never belong anywhere. Gunshots! Why is that coming from? Why is the agency being attacked? Sorry. Why is this happening? I'm the reason everyone's in danger. Again. Stop it!
What the?
There! Yeah!
So you finally came back, kid. This is exactly why I hate raids. They really throw off our budgetary projections. Repairing all this structural damage and replacing ruined inventory is going to cost us a damn fortune.
Using machine guns for a raid was really over the top. Now somebody needs to go around the neighborhood with apologies and reconciliatory gifts. Isn't it your turn, Kunikita?
So, the worst case scenario has indeed come to pass.
This is the worst. And that's the terrifying Port Mafia hit squad? What the...
Mr. Kunikita, what do you want me to do with all of them?
Just throw them out the window.
Roger!
1, 2, 3.
I wish they would stop raiding the office over and over again.
Over and over again? The armed detective agency is so much more violent than the Port Mafia.
Hurry up and help with the cleanup, kid.
Have a nice trip!
Can't believe you simply wandered off in the middle of all the commotion. You're a member of the agency now. You should always be thinking of what you can do to help out. So stop staring at me with those vacant eyes and start lending a hand. Think carefully about what you will do.
Okay.
Really? If you've got the time to laugh... Are you...
I'm not crying.
Looks like you are.
I think it's pretty obvious that I'm not.
Oh, the youth of today. Even when given a job, you go off and play without permission. Then you cry if anyone gives you a word of criticism. So typical of your generation.
That's not it. That's not what this is about.
But you are crying.
Okay, I am. But not about what you think. Attacked by the Port Mafia's military squad, the Black Lizard. But the entire squad was crushed thanks to the battle skills of Kunikida, Yoshino, and Kenji. That's how powerful the armed detective agency is.
Hey, Harunochi. A challenge for you. Do you think you can take the marble out of this bottle?
I think I can do that.
Marble, really?
Is this what you wanted?
Mm-hmm. Marbles are lovely, aren't they?
Now that you mention it, yes, they are.
Isn't Rampo gonna help clean up the office?
Hey, Kunikida. I can't stay. I gotta head off to a job.
Oh, have you been called to assist with a new murder case?
Yep. The police are always so desperate for my help. They can't capture a single Ultra deduction is the best ability in this agency. I'm sure it's the best power in the whole country. It's no surprise that everyone depends on it.
We're all indebted to you, Rampo.
Good. Well, as long as you're aware. Funny, it's odd that you call yourself the detective agency, because the rest of you have the combined deductive powers of a pack of monkeys. The only way you can investigate anything is thanks to my ability.
What you do is truly amazing. With your ultra deduction skills, you can see right to the heart of a case in an instant.
You're a role model for the agency. No, for all gifted people.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, kid.
Yes?
Never mind the cleanup here. You're done. You need to go with Rampo. You two will travel by train.
I'm gonna be a detective's assistant? That's a great responsibility.
Don't be silly. I'm not a two-bit detective. I don't need an assistant.
Then why am I going with you?
Simple. I never bothered.
Honestly, I was surprised at how naive Rampo was. He didn't know anything. How to buy a ticket, how to get through the turnstile, or how to figure out which platform to go to. I guess he really can't do anything without using his supernatural ability.
You know you're late, agents.
Now, hold on. Who are you? Where's Yasui?
This case has been reassigned to our division, so we no longer need you or your agency.
That's ridiculous. Every difficult case should be overseen by a master detective like me.
We won't need private investigators on this, because the victim was a cop who worked for me.
The victim's a lady.
Yes, sir. Her body was found floating in the river this morning.
She was shot 3 times in the chest. We don't know where or when she was killed. We haven't found the bullets either.
Any suspects?
Not yet. As far as anyone at the office knew, she wasn't in a relationship, so we doubt it was a jealous lover.
Very interesting. So that means you don't have any leads.
That's all the more reason why we can't let some amateur private eye handle this.
Hey! Looks like the net's caught something!
They put out nets? We had a net strung across the water. A standard practice to dredge evidence from the river.
Look over there, it's a man!
You sure? Do you think that's a second victim? You tried to drown yourself again, Osamu.
Don't be silly. Committing suicide alone? That's so passé these days. I have made a decision that if I'm going to end everything, I'll do it with a beautiful woman. Double suicide. What a sweet ring it has. By comparison, it feels so empty to think about bidding farewell to this world all by my lonesome. That's my new plan. I'm on the lookout for a passionate and suicidal woman to die with me.
But how how'd you get caught in the net?
I was just drifting along, enjoying the glorious river.
I see.
But enough about me. What brings you out here today, friend?
I'm on a job.
A job? What kind of job?
What tragedy! What a terrible situation! A lovely young woman in her prime has lost her life. She could have committed double suicide with me. My sorrow's crushing my heart, and there's nothing I can do to ease my pain.
Who the hell is your weird friend?
He's a colleague at the agency, and yes, he always acts this way.
Oh, how I hope you rest in peace, milady. And now an extraordinary detective will avenge your death for you and me both.
Isn't that right, Rompo?
That's tough to say. I haven't officially gotten the job yet.
What? Why?
Ask Mr. Detective.
We don't need private eyes on this. Including you bums.
Oh. Tell me, officer, what's your name?
What? I am Sergeant Sugimoto, sir. The victim, Ms. Yamagiwa, was my superior officer on the force.
All right, Sugimoto. Here's your chance. Solve this case in 60 seconds. Ready, set, go.
What?
I can solve this thing in under a minute. If you're as good as he says you are, you should be able to do that, too. Okay, it's showtime. Let's see what you've got.
Well, okay. 60 seconds is impossible, don't you think?
Tick-tock, 50 seconds left.
What?
I hope that's not what I look like when I'm under too much pressure.
Hold on. I know Yamagiwa was pursuing a political corruption case and also running an investigation on the Port Mafia. The murderer's MO is similar to the Mafia's when they want retribution. Maybe the Mafia did it, because they knew she was getting too close.
No. The Port Mafia's retaliatory methods are quite specific. They have a signature that's as unique to them as a fingerprint. First, the traitor is forced on the ground and made to bite the curb. Then, they stomp on his head to shatter his jaw. Finally, they flip him over and shoot him in the chest. 3 times.
I guess if we're being precise, then technically yes, but still.
So this MO is similar to the Mafia's, but not exactly the same.
Shooting 2 extra rounds to make it look like a Mafia hit. How cruel.
Nice try, Sergeant. Too bad. You've got a ways to go before your case-solving skills match mine. But don't feel bad. You've been useful. You've helped us prove that Manure's best detectives are inferior to me.
Cut the crap. I'm tired of all your jabber. You can't crack hard cases with just deduction. You've been reading too many crime novels. Cases are solved through investigation, interviewing persons of interest, and closely analyzing the crime scene.
Uh-huh. You got a pretty thick skull. Great detectives don't do investigations. My ability, ultra-deduction, can instantly identify the killer. I can also figure out when and how the murder was committed. But wait, there's more. I can see in my mind's eye how to make the killer confess and where the evidence lies to prove our case. My power truly is a rare gift.
Given my line of work, I know all about you gifted types and your powers. But if you have such a special ability, then why do my colleagues and I still have a job?
My thoughts exactly. Now we're starting to understand each other, Detective.
You little bastard!
Now, detective. Please pardon my colleague's tactless behavior.
What can I say? My personal motto is... All's well that's well for me. Catchy, right?
My personal motto would probably be, what's better than being alive?
You can't stop bragging about your ability, so let's have a look at it.
Really? So I guess I'm on the case. You should have just asked me nicely when I first got here.
Too bad you've got a lot more confidence than experience. You realize there's no hard evidence. Would you like me to count to 60 for you?
I won't need that long.
Watch closely now, Atsushi. This is the ability that keeps the agency going. Once he puts on those glasses, Rompo's ultra-deduction is active.
I can't believe Rompo's ability to solve a case like this. How does a power like that even work?
Ability. Ultra-deduction. Yes, I see.
I see my ass. You're trying to tell us you know who the killer is.
Of course.
Okay.
The killer is... The killer's you. Sergeant Sugimoto.
Huh? He did it?
Sergeant Sugimoto works for me on the force.
Sergeant Sugimoto is the one who killed her.
Ridiculous! What stupid killer would want to come to the scene of the crime?
That's precisely why he's here. He wants to stay close to the investigation. And in case I didn't mention, I know where we can find the evidence to prove it. Let me see your gun.
You've got to be kidding me. I can't just hand over my firearm to a civilian. They would take my badge away.
How convenient for you, Rampo. Your source of evidence is the one thing you can't look at.
But look at it this way. If we examine that gun and come up empty, then you prove you're right and I'm an idiot with a big mouth.
I've had enough of listening to your annoying voice. Sugimoto, show him your gun.
But sir...
This so-called detective has barked up this tree as far as he can go. If we prove him wrong, he'll shut up and go home. Go on, you can show him your gun. Hey, what's the matter, Sugimoto?
Even here in a city filled with criminals, it isn't easy to acquire government-issued ammunition. Or, for that matter, a government-issued weapon.
Why aren't you saying anything, Sugimoto?
He's quiet, but I think his mind is racing. Specifically, he's thinking about the 3 bullets he's used.
Sugimoto! You can't be the killer! Show us your gun and get this over with! That's right, Detective. Not good. Are you crazy?
Atsushi!
No! Don't do it!
Let me go, I'm not responsible!
Running away won't help. I've already determined the murder took place early yesterday morning at the abandoned shipyard, just a few hundred meters upstream from here.
How'd you know that?
I'm sure we'll find more evidence there, including your footprints and hers, and the bloodstains you tried but failed to erase.
How could you know that? No one could have figured it all out.
Okay, save your confession. Till we're back at the station. It might be your last time there.
It was never my plan to shoot her. You see, she was following leads in a small-time corruption case. But as she dug into it, she realized that she'd uncovered a larger crime involving a politician who was vulnerable and already had a mole inside the force to get rid of any evidence.
The mole you were talking about, that was you, right?
I had always wanted to become a police officer. He found me when I was depressed. I was at a low point after my 3rd time failing the entrance exam. He asked me what I was willing to do to join the force. He used his influence to help me become a cop, but there was a price. I had to report to him and follow his orders.
So he ordered you to kill Yamagiwa and you obeyed like a lapdog.
That's not true! I was trying to warn her about him. He was on to her. He'd kill her if she didn't give up her investigation. But she just wouldn't listen to me. This is no joke. He's taking this very seriously.
Then I'll just have to take him very seriously, too. I've already made contact with a prosecutor I know. I just need to hand over the evidence. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to protect you. Give me the evidence or he'll hire someone to kill you. I want to help you stay alive. Please do it.
No, you're gonna hand over the gun. Give it to me. We both know you're not willing to shoot me.
You're right. I can't. Give it to me or I'll shoot!
Sugimoto! Stop! Don't!
But we both know the story doesn't end there, does it? There's still the matter of what you did with the body. You were in a bind. You panicked and made a rash choice. You called the crooked politician for help. He told you to destroy the evidence by making it look like a mafia hit, so you fired 2 more shots into her chest. You set her adrift in the river to delay the body's discovery.
Where's the evidence Yamagiwa had gathered? That politician is responsible for her death. Tell me right now!
Hey, Sugimoto. Want me to guess what her final words were? I have an idea. I'm sorry. Correct?
I'm sorry. So sorry.
How? How does your power let you see all that? The evidence she had on the politician, it's in my desk drawer.
Thank you, I suppose. Also, I'm sorry I doubted your special powers. We'll come to you the next time we get a tough case.
If you need my ultra deduction abilities, all you have to do is ask, Detective. I may even give you a discount.
Appreciate the offer.
What Rampo did back there was amazing. I had no idea he'd figure everything out. His ultra deduction ability is truly incredible.
Yes, but I might have figured out half of it too.
Half of what?
The case we were just working on. I pretty much know how Rampo figured it out.
Well, maybe, but he said his ability lets him solve the case instantly.
Oh right, I forgot. You don't know about him yet. See, the truth is, Rampo isn't gifted with special powers.
Huh?
Rampo is a rare breed. Despite appearances, he's an ungifted member of the crime-fighting team at the Armed Detective Agency. He himself seems to believe he's using an ability, but he's not. And even though he's childish, he's 26 years old. The reason why everyone at deduction isn't an ability. I had heard about it, but today was the first time I got to witness him in action. And here's a little secret. I put it to the test. While he was using his ultra deduction ability today, I was secretly pinching his hair behind him. As you well know, my unique power is to neutralize anyone's ability if I touch them. I'm anti-gifted. No gifted person can use their ability while I'm in physical contact with them. This has always been true, no matter how strong their powers are. In other words, Rampo's ultra deduction is not a supernatural ability.
He's a regular person? Hold on, then how did he...
Pure deduction. There's nothing ultra about it.
But how? I mean, he figured out who the killer was in such a short time. How can deduction alone solve a hard case like that?
Well, I don't have that power and I figured it out. Do you remember what Sergeant Sugimoto said?
Shooting 2 extra rounds to make it look like a mafia hit.
Any innocent person who saw a body with 3 gunshot wounds would assume they were fired at the same time.
Oh.
What Sugimoto said implied he knew the victim had died from the first shot. How could he have known that before the autopsy was performed?
'Cause he was the shooter. But Rampo also knew when the murder had been committed. He said it was
observed the body was still in good condition. We could easily ID the victim, so, at most, it'd only been floating in the river for a day. Also, she looked as if she had dressed in a rush. She wasn't dressed for work, she had no makeup on, so the murder clearly occurred in the early morning.
I see. But how did he know about the crime scene's location and that she was threatened like that?
I've gotta admit, I don't know. A trained mind like Rampo's probably caught a lot more details than I could hope to quickly observe.
It's really amazing, especially how he was able to figure out what her final words were.
Oh, well, that I knew. According to the police, she was not in a romantic relationship, but her wristwatch told a different story. It was an expensive European model, not something a young woman on a detective's salary would ordinarily buy for herself. Sugimoto's watch was the men's version of the same luxury brand.
So then they were dating each other?
When he called her, she went to see him right away without a trace of makeup. She trusted him. They even wore matching watches. It tells me they were in love. With such strong feelings for her, he couldn't kick her head in to finish the cover-up. He knew it wouldn't look like the Mafia's work, but it was just too much for him to bear. The ability to see all of that would be par for the course if it were an actual supernatural power, nothing really worth getting credit for. But if it's due to his natural personal powers of deduction, well, that's a different story. Not only that, Rampo has solved dozens of cases using his ungifted mind. In every case, he was able to instantly determine the truth of the matter, with the slimmest of leads. He's never been wrong. Our city is safer thanks to his work and the power of his mind. He truly is a great man, don't you think?
Somebody's not doing their job. You're supposed to help me find my way back to the agency, you know.
I think I kind of get it now.
Huh?
Why everyone at the agency trusts Rompo and tells him how great he is.
I've arrived a whole 10 seconds early. My name is Dopo Kunikida. I'm an idealist at heart, and a pragmatist in pursuit of those ideals. It's time. Good morning, everyone.
Please help us, Mr. Kunikida!
What is it this time?
It's Mr. Dazai. Look at him!
Kunikida! It's an emergency! Just take a look at this!
Look at what? Is your stupid face?
It's here! I finally arrived! I can see the pearly gates and everything!
I have no idea what's going on.
Mr. Kunikida, I found this.
I knew The Complete Guide to Suicide was a masterpiece! Who would have guessed I just needed to eat those mushrooms growing nearby to have such an entertaining exit?
So those mushrooms were poisonous.
Well, yeah, he thought they were, but in actuality they were...
Yes, I finally caught you, Rainbow Pillbug! Time for lunch!
I'm doing my routine paperwork. Wait until I'm done.
Oh, Kunikida! You should come to the afterlife too. It's amazing here. So many rainbow pillbugs. All the drinks you can handle. Mountains and mountains of food to eat. All the sleeping beauties you can ever...
Stop this nonsense!
How can two people this completely incompatible work together?
Mr. Kunikida, the president has your case file ready and waiting.
Dazai, quit dilly-dallying. Keep up the pace.
Okay.
Appointment.
That's a cause for worry.
Is it really okay for me to come along?
It's part of your rookie training. We need to solve a case involving a series of disappearances in Yokohama.
I heard about this. Tourists arrive in the city and are never heard from again. A lot of people have gone missing, right?
We received an anonymous tip. It stated that the victims have all been abducted and gave the location where they are being held.
A good old anonymous tip. How very convenient and terribly suspicious.
Even so, we can't ignore it.
So we're gonna check out this place, whatever it is?
No. We're investigating the tip's source. How's the work coming along, informant?
Not bad, Four Eyes. Better than your notebook, I'll bet.
That's a lot of attitude coming from someone who'd be considered a glorified cyber criminal. If your activities came to light, your father would be disappointed.
Don't you bring him into this, Kunikida. More importantly, you're late. How unusual. So what? Were you on a date?
Of course not. Courting will only be done with a specified woman, followed by marriage within 6 years' time as is dictated here.
Huh? So you're saying...
In another 4 years.
So who's the new kid?
I'm Atsushi Nakajima.
The name's Taguchi Rokuzo. I'm a spy. For the right price, I can dig up dirt on anything.
So, did you figure out who's behind the anonymous tip?
The Azure Messenger.
What?
I swiped some of the data left on the server, which included these pictures of the victims. The mole can't be that bad of a guy, can he? I mean, he did let you know where they were being kept and all.
It's possible. It'd just be a shame if we went there and after all that, they turned out to be the kidnappers.
The Azure Messenger. Stay on their trail, Taguchi.
Sure, if I have the time. I'm very busy looking after my fish.
Right. Thank you very much. I called a cab. We'll head to the abandoned hospital the tipster mentioned.
Tell me, Kunikida, why are you looking after that Rokuzo boy?
What do you mean?
It's not like you to give a hacker a job. Not only that, you could have just talked to him over the phone, but you took the time to meet him face to face. His father's deceased, isn't he? Are you trying to fill that role for him?
We came here so that Atsushi could formally meet our informant. That's all there is to it. Nothing more. This driver is another one of our informants. He used to be an actor.
My career never took off, so I had to find paying work.
It was fortunate for us you did. You know these streets. No one else's knowledge of Yokohama even comes close. It's also helpful that you happened to see 2 of the 11 victims just before they were reported missing.
It's true. As fate would have it, I had driven both of them from the port to their hotel.
Are we sure these people were abducted? There haven't been any ransom requests.
You're certain these were the 2 who you drove?
Yes, there's no mistaking them. Even their clothes are the same.
I see. That's gotta be it. Check this out. Both of these guys are wearing glasses. It's gotta be a serial glasses abduction case. This is totally your time to shine.
Not all of the people who were abducted wear glasses, so it's not a pattern.
Aw, too bad. I guess maybe it'll never be your time to shine.
All right, now you've gone too far. There's more to me than just my glasses, all right? What happened?
We've arrived, sir. The abandoned hospital, just as you requested.
What a cheery atmosphere. Think it's hot? It's really creepy in here, isn't it? I think it's refreshing, actually. Really gets my blood pumping.
You better not have eaten another weird mushroom.
You seem a little jumpy, Kunikita. Is he afraid of ghosts or something?
I am not afraid of ghosts.
Don't fall behind, then.
Haven't you ever seen a horror movie? The person who goes first is always the first to die.
Look at these footprints. They're still fresh.
Somebody help me!
You hear that?
Down there. What is this?
Thank you so much. You saved my life. My name is Sasaki Nobuko. I'm a lecturer at one of the universities in Tokyo.
So that would make her victim number 12, wouldn't it?
Did you happen to see who it was who abducted you?
I didn't. I blacked out back at the train station. When I came to, I was drowning in that tank just as all of you came in.
Dazai, what's your take on the situation?
I'd say she's sexy as hell.
I think there might be other people who are trapped in this building as well. Before I blacked out in the tank, I was sure I heard voices.
Is that so?
Mr. Kunikita! I found them!
Just hang on! Please.
Get back, Atsushi, it's gas! We've got to get out of here!
Hey, do you hear me? Look at me!
We gotta go!
Let go, damn it! These people, we can't just allow them to die like this! You hear me? Let me go!
Victims of Yokohama's recent serial abductions were located, but all died when a private detective agency conducted a raid. They all died.
This must have been the enemy's objective.
You think that they set all of this up in order to frame the agency?
Despite what Dazai said, maybe it wasn't my time to shine.
Mr. Kunikita.
Where's Ms. Sasaki?
She should be in the infirmary.
Great! I'm glad to hear it.
If you hadn't all come when you did, I'm sure I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Well...
Not to mention, you were very kind in putting me up last night.
Huh?
Where did you stay exactly?
My place.
What?
That's correct. I am deeply indebted to him for that.
What can I say?
Are you sure that's not breaking professional conduct?
Unfortunately, Miss Sasaki didn't see who her kidnapper was. She apparently faints often due to a medical condition. That's exactly what happened on the day when she was abducted as well. How she was transported afterward, I'm not sure.
You've taken quite a liking to her, haven't you?
I take quite a liking to all women. She does seem like the type who'd commit suicide with me if I asked. That's so nice. What about you then, Kunikita? Is she your type?
She's an eyewitness in a murder case. Nothing more.
Well, it figures you'd say that. Atsushi, you want to know, right?
what his ideal woman is?
When did you swipe that, you bastard?
You wrote it all down?
Oh yes, Kunikita's notebook has a comprehensive list of obligations, plans, and ideals recorded in it. Right here, for example.
Whoa! You're kidding. That's a lot of... I can understand your vision of an ideal woman, but maybe...
You shouldn't share that with any actual women.
That's not important right now. We should talk about the abductions. Have you picked up on anything?
Indeed. I have deduced without a doubt you look very manly in this newspaper photo.
You want to see how manly I look when I punch your lights out?
What's regrettable, however, you should have picked sexier glasses. Here you are in the paper, and those do not photograph well. They're so plain.
Hey!
Only someone possessing my unbridled charm could pull off wearing them. What do you think, Atsushi?
Not bad, actually.
Yeah, well, they only scream con man to me. Wait a minute.
Huh? Something the matter?
Both of you, let's go. I know who's behind this. Sorry for the short notice.
So you mentioned that you'd figured out who's behind the serial murder case. I imagine that you're on your way to arrest the killer?
That's right.
Then we should probably hurry. So what's our destination, sir?
Right here.
Huh?
The abductions happened here. You're the kidnapper. You subdued passengers with sleeping gas and abducted them after they fell unconscious. You wore a gas mask to escape the effects.
Why would he go through all that trouble?
Merchandise.
What do you mean?
He'd sell the bodies for their parts. There's quite a large black market for organs if you know where to look. The cut may not be ideal because of the various economic factors involved. But if you're flying solo, the pay's not bad.
That's horrible.
Hang on, that's impossible. If I'd kidnapped people in this taxi, I would have been found out when the police traced their last known whereabouts.
Actually, the police didn't even give this taxi a second look. Why would they? All the victims had vanished, and subsequently each one became untraceable the following day. After the targets got in your taxi and were sedated, you proceeded to strip them of their clothes and belongings. That's why most of the victims at the hospital were only in their underwear. You would then don their clothes in order to disguise yourself as them, and followed up by checking into hotels where they had previously made reservations. You made sure you would show up on security cameras for that reason. The victims being the same size as you was no accident either. You chose people who wore hats and glasses because they were easier to impersonate. If the security feed showed someone looking close enough to the victim, the police were inclined to believe it. By the time the last known sighting of the victim was recorded, the real victim had already been abducted.
After she collapsed at the train station, a good Samaritan passing by paid for her cab ride to the hospital. It's faster than calling an ambulance at the train station, isn't it?
That's all circumstantial evidence.
I suppose. Guess we got nothing. What's your move now, Kunikita?
Come on. Are you being serious right
How
now?
about we all make a deal?
What do you mean?
If you agree to my conditions, I'll turn myself in. I need the assurance of the Armed Detective Agency. You have to keep me safe till the prosecution concludes their questioning and arranges witness protection for me.
What's this about?
It wasn't my idea to do this job. I was approached by a new organ smuggling ring who told me this was a great opportunity and I'd never get caught. Those liars!
So there's a group behind all this? Do you know where they are?
Sadly, no. I was always instructed to meet them in the Harbor Central building.
That must be it.
One question. Why do you need our protection?
Well, it appears that one of the people I abducted was actually with the Port Mafia.
How unfortunate.
They didn't take long in finding us.
Help me! I don't want to die!
Wait!
Mr. Kunikita, I'm not getting any signal.
Truth may never come to light. Dazai, pursue the driver. Kid, go to the police and get backup. I will draw their fire here.
Roger.
Let's go! Special ability! Dopo Poet! Flashbang! Now!
Metal can be fragile.
just like the human psyche. And perhaps like the armed detective agency as well.
So it's you, Octagawa of the Port Mafia.
The very same. Are you feeling all right? You can't even shoot a straight bullet.
I don't have killing anyone in my schedule.
I expected as much from you.
Dopo Poet! Stun gun! Now play dead, you dog.
It appears the agency isn't merely a group of clowns. You are worthy of being Dazai's partner. Seems we have company. Ah well, our paths will cross again in the future. We'll continue this then.
Don't come back.
I turned the driver over to the police.
So, this is the same building the organ traffickers used for their hideout.
They've already left.
The walls are completely scorched.
This is where the Azure King blew himself up, isn't it?
Correct.
What? Are you talking about the infamous Azure Flag terrorist? That Azure King?
Yes. A fanatic who destroyed many national and corporate facilities. When I first heard the handle Azure Messenger, I wondered if perhaps they had some sort of connection to the Azure King.
I remember seeing all the news coverage about that explosion, so this is where it happened. It was out of desperation after the police had cornered him.
This to be his hideout, and reported the location to the local authorities.
I'd heard it was a big operation. What happened next?
The Public Safety Bureau, Army, police, everybody was working in tandem, which created mass confusion. Upon receiving the report, only 5 detectives arrived at the scene in a timely manner. To exacerbate matters, the Azure King received word of the authorities' actions and proceeded to hole up inside the building with an explosive device. After a set of conflicting orders, a decision was made to raid the building. However, without special training or abilities, they didn't stand a chance. Cornered, the Azure King blew himself up and died, along with the 5 detectives.
I remember that well. Of the 5 detectives that were deployed that day, one of them was Rokuzo's father, wasn't he?
He was a good man, with strong morals. If I hadn't tipped off the authorities, none of this would have happened. I may as well have pushed the button myself.
That's not true. It's the terrorist's fault for choosing to blow himself up.
You're absolutely right. Even so, Kunikida can't help but take Rokuza under his wing as a surrogate father. He feels it's the least he can do.
What is it?
Another job for the agency. The client is the Azure Messenger.
How interesting. They're starting to reveal their true colors. So, what's the job?
It's to go disarm a bomb.
A bomb?
If we fail to disarm it, by sunset tomorrow, hundreds will die.
So what exactly are we looking at here?
With these schematics, the explosive would be quite advanced. It's not going to be an easy task to find and dismantle it.
No way.
Don't worry. Nobody is going to be hurt. I promise. I won't let that happen again.
somewhere in the city. Not only that, they've launched a smear campaign against...
Hard place. Do you have any helpful information on where the bomb might be?
Not much. Right now all we have to go on is the message left by the perpetrator. Here it is. Greetings. I hope that the Armed Detective Agency and its members are faring well. Forgive my impudence, but I have placed a bomb capable of causing mass destruction in a certain location here in Yokohama. Since you claim to be an agency aimed at securing public safety, I request you locate and disarm the bomb as soon as you can. You only have until sundown. I wish you the best of luck. I have full faith in your abilities. Respectfully, the Azure Messenger.
Strange signature. Who is the Azure Messenger?
We don't know yet.
This bomb could ruin us. It's rigged specifically to make our team look bad. He's setting us up so that if we fail his challenge, everyone will hold us responsible for the damages instead of them. Our failure to stop the attack would spread like wildfire.
The bomb could be anywhere. The office staff has been scouring the city for it, but there are too many possibilities.
Hey, I bet Ranpo could help. Have we had any luck getting in touch with him?
It seems he's still busy with the case in Kyushu. I've asked him to contact us as soon as possible, but we need leads right now.
Did you get any information from that taxi driver?
Unfortunately, no. He denies any knowledge of the bomb. I believe him. I don't think he's the top.
This is a cowardly act. Someone's endangering lives just to bring down the Armed Detective Agency. We have two objectives. Uncover the Azure Messenger, whoever this person is, and disarm the bomb they've set. The bomb takes priority because of its deadly potential. If we can't find the bomb, it will destroy innocent lives, as well as the hard-earned reputation of our agency. Everything is at stake for us on this case. It's a full test of our skills as a detective agency.
You have any idea what time it is, Four Eyes?
You're the only one who's still sleeping at 11:30. Can you find the one who sent us that message? The Azure Messenger?
Maybe I can. But before we switch gears, isn't there something else you want to ask me about?
So you already know everything.
Come on, I only know what I actually know.
I want you to trace the bomb building equipment. I'll send you the shipping manifest.
A bomb? Wow, things are really looking up for you guys.
Cut the bad jokes and small talk and get cracking.
Hey.
Innocent lives are at stake. I know you like to spend all your time hacking and breaking laws, but you should make yourself useful to society sometimes.
Why don't you get off your high horse? Remember, you're not my dad.
I can't replace your father.
Are you sure you have time for this? The agency seems so busy dealing with the new bomb threat. Especially Kunikita. He seems so anxious.
You've got that right. Kunikita is an insane workhorse. Get this, he spends 2 hours reviewing his notes before going to bed. I couldn't stand doing that for 2 minutes. Maybe he's got some soldier ants working for him in his brain. Oh, I didn't know you were here, Kunikita.
How could you ditch a meeting during an emergency? I guess you thought it was more important to go on a fancy date.
Are you jealous of my fancy date?
No, I am not.
Yes, he is. Ever since we rescued Sasaki, I've been hosting her at my place. She still needs help to ensure her safety and healthy mental state. That's our job, too. I'm just doing the noble thing for our new friend.
You're too irresponsible and lazy for such an important task. Don't be ridiculous. Besides, an attractive woman like her probably has a nice boyfriend for support.
Nice try, but I know she's single. She broke up with her boyfriend. That's right, Kunikita. Now's your chance.
Listen, Dazai. I'm here for one reason. To fill you in on what's going on because you skipped the emergency meeting this morning.
Yeah, well, I already know what's happening. The Azure Messenger planted this bomb with a specific goal.
Should I be hearing this? It sounds like you're discussing highly sensitive information.
She's right. Unfortunately, the attempt on your life makes you part of this case.
Really?
You can help. Remind me, what class do you teach at the university?
Social psychology.
Ah, that's great. We're having trouble cracking this case. I'd love to hear your expert analysis.
About the Azure Messenger, it may have something to do with the Azure King. Remember the Azure Flag terrorist incident? It could be connected to the situation you're dealing with now.
I was thinking the same thing.
I know it's a stretch, but it could be the Azure King himself. We think he blew himself up after being cornered by the police. But it's possible he faked his death, and he still wants revenge.
This world is incomplete. One may grieve or pray, but people still die, and evil goes unpunished, allowed to flourish freely everywhere.
Did you know he was a former government official? He set off a bomb in a public facility and issued a manifesto. He was targeting killers whose cases had to be dropped on technicalities, and legislators who enriched themselves through corruption on a global scale. He hated criminals who evaded justice.
I desire the ideal world for humanity. It will be built not by the divine hand of God, but by the work of our own bloodied hands.
Five. Why would he attack the agency when we're on the side of the law?
I couldn't tell you.
Did you know the guy responsible for backing the Azure King into a corner was Kunikida? He located his hideout. Maybe Kunikida is the target of angry vengeance.
No, the Azure King is long gone. Military police confirmed his death with forensic testing. There's no doubt.
Just in case, you should stay on your guard until we figure out who the Azure Messenger is. And we'll keep hiding Sasaki at my place.
All right, that's enough, Dazai.
What did I say?
You really think we're dumb enough to just let you keep a beautiful lady in your room and use her personal safety as an excuse?
Would you calm down? Nothing like what you're imagining is happening. When I first let her stay, I slept in a different room and didn't try anything. You can ask her. I was a true gentleman. But I knew you'd have torrid fantasies about what you thought we were doing. And that's funny to me, so I didn't correct you.
Can someone please explain to me how these two guys are partners?
I'm no expert, but Kunikida seems to have a crush on you, Sasaki. Can I ask you, what's your ideal type of man?
Ideal type of man? Looking for an ideal type of person is foolish, but I like a man who has strong moral principles. Someone who pours his heart and soul into the things he knows are true.
Coincidence! That's totally Kunikida. My work is done. The two of you can take it from here.
Shh, Dazai! Don't assume you know anything!
Oh, don't be silly, partner. You're an open book. That's true. I'll admit, he's a pretty intense guy, but he is definitely a person who lives and breathes for his ideals. Hey, would you like to see what he imagines his ideal woman should be like? It's a fun read.
Hey! Not again, you bastard! When did you get that? Give it back!
Wow, Kunikida.
Yes?
Too much information.
Poor Kunikida is crushed. Rompo's ready to help us. Time to go.
Clock's ticking. Do you know where the bomb is?
I was looking forward to sightseeing in Kyushu after I solved my case. You all disappoint me. You can't conduct a single investigation without me.
We only have until sundown. Please tell us the location.
A department store, a school, a train station. Anyone to know where that bomb is.
The fishing tackle store. The bomb is in the fishing tackle store in Nagishi.
Sure, that makes sense. Thanks, you're amazing, Rompo.
Why does he think the bomb is at a fishing tackle store?
Where's a map?
Behind the driver's seat.
Look on page 97.
97. Okay, looking. Got it!
The terrorists' target is the petrochemical complex.
Of course. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yokohama is known for being one of Japan's major port towns. Next to the shipping docks on the waterfront, there are many large facilities that store oil and gas. If an explosion were to occur close enough to ignite the storage tanks, the entire port would be engulfed in flames. However, infiltrating a fuel storage facility would be hard. They're all protected by extremely tight security. But there could be one other way. A terrorist could put a bomb in a car and leave the vehicle near one of the storage tanks when it's full.
Considering the effective range of a bomb that can be put into a car, that fishing tackle store's parking lot is the perfect place to leave the explosive.
Bingo. Squad has found the device, but there's still a problem. It's connected to a motion sensing timer. They don't think they'll be able to disarm it before sundown. They've started evacuating nearby residents, but they're not sure there's enough time.
Oh no.
There's still hope. They said we can deactivate the bomb, if we can transmit a remote stop signal to it.
But how do we do that?
What's going on?
I got a call.
Oh.
Yes, hello?
Hey, Four Eyes. Is now a good time?
Yes, Rokuzo.
Hey,
What have you
guys.
got?
I think we're causing a bit of a traffic jam. Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Rompo.
Yes?
Right.
Dazai?
President.
Yes.
The militaries?
I see. Set a thief to catch a thief.
All right.
That's quite a development.
Okay.
I understand.
Sure.
No, that's helpful.
I'll tell the others.
I understand, President.
I got a call from Rokuzo. Someone recently ordered a bomb transmitter, plus other equipment, delivered to a former defense facility.
Rompo reached a similar conclusion.
That settles it.
And I just got a call from the President. He was informed by the military. The taxi driver's dead.
He's dead?
How can that be? I thought they were holding him in their isolation.
After suddenly collapsing in his cell. The forensic team hasn't determined the cause of death, but the guards noticed the number 00 on his palm.
There were numbers on his hand. How strange. What in the world is going on?
We've got company!
Dopo Poet! Flashbang! Well, at least now we know we're in the right place. You two head upstairs. Find the transmitter and send the stop signal to the car bomb. What the?
I wonder what number you'll get. How are you feeling? You're looking great. For now. Something tells me you have a really good number.
Oh no.
You sniffed this place out quicker than I thought. The Armed Detective Agency is impressive. Or you were impressive up until now.
Not much time left.
Well, yes, but I still can't send the signal. You have to insert a release key here to access the controls. And I have no idea where to get it.
What are we gonna do?
What are you doing here?
Oh, looks like someone's been hitting the weight room.
So this guy's ability includes remote attacks.
You should check your palm. What's your number now?
What do you mean?
My power can't be evaded, but I bet you're gonna try. See, I can send people who have numbers in any direction I want, even if they're on the other side of the Earth. But the really bad news is once their number becomes 0, they'll die in agony. It's a terrible fate, and nobody can avoid it. Nobody, nobody, nobody.
Are you the leader of this group?
The Armed Detective Agency posed a greater threat to us than the Port Mafia. But now, your team is finished. You see this key? It's the release key to deactivate the bomb. Without it, there's no way to prevent catastrophe. Do you want it? That's a dumb question. Of course you do. Here. Oops. Now there's no hope.
It's not over, you idiot!
Nice legwork!
You really do have very strong arms. You missed your true calling as a luggage porter.
Hey, Kunikita! I'm already on it!
Don't try the same trick twice!
Dazai! Here!
So, you want me to give you a number as well? What the? Why hasn't a number marked your hand?
Sorry to say, your ability won't have any effect on me. Oh, and also, you should tell your partner to take my career advice.
That guy was huge, but Kunikita had no fear. Dazai's okay. They're partnership works so well. The bomb. What? Then what are we gonna do? We don't have time. We gotta...
Calm down, kid. Dopo Poet. Release key. My ability allows me to recreate anything once I've seen it, as long as I understand its form and function. There's a catch. The object must be small, no bigger than this notebook here.
So your notebook is really a tool, and that's the reason you have it with you all the time, isn't it?
Who were these people? Are these the graves of innocent victims?
Yes. When I first caused casualties during a job, I cried so much I couldn't get up. I needed time off from work. But now I don't shed a single tear for them. Instead, I come to their graves. I see my visits as a kind of trade, so I can move on.
I often wonder about that. Do our tears do any good for the dead?
Our tears are useless. At least that's how I see it. We have to be honest. For the dead, time stops the moment that their lives end.
Relationship ended. My significant other and I parted ways because he died.
I see.
What you said is true. When someone dies, time no longer has meaning for them. No matter what I do for him now, I cannot make him happy or make him smile. I didn't mean to bring this up. Anyway, I really must go. Excuse me. Goodbye.
What is it?
Kunikita, I need you for something.
Why did you want to come back here?
Check this out. It's a survey and analysis of Yokohama we found on a computer in their hideout. Surprisingly, it concludes that in order to take control of the city, they must first eradicate the armed detective agency.
Why us? It's the Port Mafia that controls the underworld.
I think they were given false information on purpose. They were manipulated.
So there's another mastermind.
Yes, and I've sent an email to the person I believe is behind all this. I told them I have proof that they're responsible. They should be arriving here any moment now.
No, it can't be you. You're the one, Rokuzo?
What the heck are you talking about? So, this showdown hasn't started yet?
Sneaky. You took a peek at my email by hacking into my account, didn't you?
Are you the one responsible?
No, I just wanted to take a look at the person who actually is.
Then it's really not you? Tell me the truth!
Look out!
So, you're the Azure Messenger.
Unbelievable.
I doubt this is the first time you used your deep knowledge of psychology to execute a crime.
The Azure King was a man who lived for his ideals. He wanted to destroy the criminal world. His intentions were pure, and he was willing to get blood on his hands. I just wanted to fulfill his vision, make his ideals come true.
You were deeply in love with the Azure King. I'll grant you, he was an idealist determined to punish criminals who managed to get around the law, but he used illegal means to do it.
Put down your gun! You've caused enough harm already!
Don't you understand? It's strange you stopped him, but yet you remind me of him.
You developed a very sophisticated plan for revenge. Without committing a single crime, you set up the agency to take the fall organization behind him. But you have no convictions of your own. You're just being swept along by someone else's ideals.
I'm just tired now. I want to be released from all this. Will you shoot me? Please, Dazai. I suppose you can't because I lowered my gun. If you shot me now, it would be a crime. An excessive use of force. And Kunikita would be a witness.
True, but I'm not going to shoot you. However...
I'm here because the Azure King killed my dad. Good riddance to his follower.
But why? Why did it have to end this way? What went wrong? Someone was wrong!
No one was wrong. This was the only possible outcome.
Shut up! You're lying to yourself. You could have saved her. Are you really telling me that this is justice?
To me, justice is a weapon. It causes people harm but can't protect them. It's of justice without law. That justice killed Sasaki. The same justice you believe in. Kunikida, as long as you pursue these ideals of yours, the angry flames that burned in the Azure King will take root in you. They'll destroy everything around you.
You're wrong! I will push right past those flames. Don't underestimate my ideals.
returning any of my calls, and I can't find him at home either.
He's probably floating down some river again.
Maybe he got himself thrown in jail.
My guess is he's off with a woman.
But what if he's been attacked by the Port Mafia? Aren't you worried?
That man's ability to avoid death approaches nightmarish proficiency.
Even after all those suicide attempts, he's still as lively as ever.
I doubt even the Mafia could get the better of him.
Yeah, but still.
I'll go look into it.
Junichiro, are you feeling better now?
I am, thankfully.
I didn't know what to do when everything happened. I'm so glad you're all right.
Sorry if I worried you.
Good to see you back on your feet.
It's all thanks to Dr. Yoshino's treatment.
Of course. How many times?
4 times?
That's a lot.
Atsushi, as long as you're here at the agency, make sure you never get injured, okay?
Okay.
The moment you think you'll get hurt, run. You should hone your ability to sense when danger is coming your way. For example, 10 seconds from now.
Dr. Yoshino.
Are you hurt anywhere?
No, I'm fine actually.
Darn.
Darn?
You know, I need someone to go shopping with me today. Looks like you're the only one around.
Huh? Oh. They knew this was gonna happen, didn't they? Dr. Yoshino, you're still not finished?
Don't drop anything.
hell do you think you're doing? What incompetence! Hurry up and send my car over now.
Are you okay, sir?
Watch where you're going, you little rat. Can't you see this is a custom-made suit imported from Europe?
I'm sorry.
I apologize, sir. Are you hurt?
Don't touch me. I'll be lodging a complaint with your superiors. So, where do you work? You a waitress? Maybe a receptionist? Or perhaps something a little more special?
I'm a doctor, you pervert. Oh, look. I can't help but notice you have 2 arms. That's one too many, I think. Shall I remove one of them for you?
I'm really sorry about what happened earlier. Your packages really took a beating.
There's nothing to be sorry about. By the way...
Oh no, here it comes.
Such a beautiful leg. I heard your leg was amputated when you and Tanizaki ran into the Port Mafia. No signs of scarring or fusion. More like restoration than regeneration. His were-tiger form did this instantly.
Is there a problem here?
Nah. I'm just a little disappointed I wasn't able to treat your wounds. But be on the lookout, Atsushi. The Port Mafia is well known for carrying out surprise attacks. You should be extra vigilant at night. You never know when they might strike next.
She's right. I need to know how to protect myself when I'm alone.
Testing. This is your conductor speaking. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we will now be conducting a minor physics experiment. The topic, explosive reactions and sensory response in a non-inertial reference frame. We thank all of you lovely passengers for being a part of this experiment.
So, without further ado, please sit back and enjoy!
I'm guessing that one killed 2 or 3 of you.
But that's nothing compared to what we've got in store for you next. We've rigged enough explosives in the front and back cars to blow everyone sky high.
Can you hear me, test subject Atsushi? Unless you surrender yourself, all of these passengers will be meeting a glorious, untimely death.
Well, would you speak of the devil?
What should we do?
Option 1, turn yourself in. Option 2, jump off this moving train with as many passengers as you can and escape. Option 3.
I'm gonna guess beat him up?
You got it. We are the armed detective agent. All right, Atsushi. Let's split up and look for the bombs. I'll take the front car, and you go take the rear.
What if we spot the enemy?
Terminate them.
You got it!
A bomb threat on a train with civilian passengers in broad daylight? That's audacious even for the Port Mafia. Seems suicidal, perhaps obsessive. I wonder who's behind this.
I'd like to bid you a warm welcome, my lady. And unfortunately, a sad goodbye as well.
Well. We've got a real celebrity here, don't we?
Oh, still alive? I didn't see that one coming. Women are so resilient these days.
Women have always been resilient. In my opinion, it's more surprising to find a wanted criminal like you in a place like this, Motojiro Kaji. Despite the secrecy of most of the Port Mafia members, you're surprisingly famous. Responsible for the recent Marizen building bomb incident which killed 28 civilians.
That truly was a wonderful day. Pulse. Lactic acidosis! Death is like a glorious symphony of physical transformations, finally silenced by the big sleep. Oh.
Death's just an experiment, huh?
God and death are the ultimate forms of science. That's why we're so drawn to them, to know what it is that makes us tick.
Now then, can you describe the color of your own blood?
Why don't you see for yourself?
If we don't remove the bombs, all of these people will die. Can I really do this, though?
Hey! Don't go that way! It's too dangerous! Please, go back to the central car. There's an explosive in this direction. Hey, are you?
You are to protect the bomb at all costs.
Hey, you're... I've seen you before.
Use your Demon Snow ability to annihilate anyone who interferes with your mission. Shred your enemy to pieces, Demon Snow.
She's too strong. Why? Why would a girl like that?
My name is Kyoka Izumi. I'm an orphan, just like you. I like bunny rabbits and boiled tofu. I do not like dogs or lightning. I've killed 35 people in 6 months with the Port Mafia.
Protect the bomb and kill anyone who dares to interfere.
I have to say, I was expecting more out of an agency member. Oh, answer a question. What is death?
Are you serious?
Consider it a scholarly interest. All the effects that give rise to death, such as hypoxia of neurons and telomere degradation, are easily reversible when placed under laboratory settings. Yet why is death itself irreversible? Why are all humans resigned to it?
You don't even know the answer to that? I have to say, I was expecting more from the Port Mafia.
You want me to believe a meddlesome private eye like you would know something that I, a seeker of science, do not?
Absolutely. And there's a simple reason for that. You're just an enormous idiot.
That's wonderful feedback. Thanks. If you're so smart, you don't need me to tell you this. But I'll give you a recap anyway. Once the body dies from blood loss, the mind is said to survive for another 8 hours. I look forward to asking you later. You're dead. How's it feel? I'll be waiting.
I can't win. It's impossible. Is this the end? All these people are in danger. And all because they had the misfortune of being on the same train as me.
That is your karma, Were-Tiger. Your life is bound to cause only misfortune to those around you.
Get out, you good-for-nothing!
The world would be a better place if you just die in a ditch somewhere.
We don't need worthless leeches like you! Why are you even alive? You serve no purpose, and only cause misfortune for those around you. Such ingrates do not deserve to live!
And just like that, an idea popped into my head. It was a stupid idea, but I couldn't seem to shake it off. If I could save them, if I could get all of the passengers on the train back to their homes safe and sound, wouldn't that be enough? I'll do it.
I'll prove
that I deserve to live. Sorry. I can't do that! She's too fast. There's no way. If only I was able to use my ability.
Now then, let's check in to see how our experiment is doing. Oh. Let's see.
That was disappointing. I was hoping you'd fly a bit further.
Wait, how'd you...
Did you think that little sparkler would kill me? Now then, which side did I just hit you on?
I think it was this side. Why do you ask me? But how? When I left you, you were nearly dead.
Despite how I look, I'm a doctor. I've seen more death than you can imagine. Allow me to answer your previous question. No matter how hard we doctors try, our patients' lives still manage to slip right through our fingers. Death is the ultimate form of science. What a load. I will kill anyone who does not venerate life.
Wait, I remember now. You must be the agency's physician. You're Akiko Yoshino, aren't you?
My special ability is called Thou Shalt Not Die. It's able to heal any type of injury. This includes my own wounds, as you can see. The conditions, however, are unpleasant. It only works when the injury is fatal. So terribly inconvenient. In order to cure moderate injuries, I need to bring my patients to the brink of death. My, you're hurt, aren't you, little boy? Would you like me to treat you?
Where can I find the bomb?
My latest victims included an entire family of 3. A father, a mother, and their little boy. Their throats were slit by Demon Snow.
Why would you do this? What are you? Your words sound so empty. It's like there's nothing inside you. No emotions at all. You're like a killing machine. If you feel anything right now, then tell me. Because I really don't understand what's going on. Please tell me that you don't actually want to do this!
This is the conductor.
Atsushi, you still alive?
Dr. Yosono!
According to this sorry sack of meat here, that bomb has a remote detonator. If you make one mistake trying to defuse it, it'll explode.
You'll have to use the detonator to deactivate it. It should be on that Mafia agent.
You heard what she said. Give it to me. No way!
Did you press the button, Kyoka? There's no need to deactivate the bomb. When you die with the rest of the passengers, you'll teach the world to fear us.
Gotta take that bomb off! How much longer do we have?
There's no time.
I'm such an idiot. It wasn't until she pushed me away that I finally realized. Her power was always activated by the voice on her cell phone. She's not able to control her own ability.
My name is Kyoka Izumi. I've killed 35 people. I don't want to kill anybody else ever again, not ever!
Oh, you're in the infirmary at the agency. How are you feeling? You remember who I am, don't you?
Tell me, who's behind all of this? The Port Mafia is like a snake. Unless you cut off its head, it'll just keep coming. Answer me, girl. Who is your superior?
Hey, Mr. Kunakita.
Tachibana does boiled tofu.
Tofu?
It's good.
Is that it? You want us to get you some?
I'll talk if you do.
No problem. It's a deal. Let's go.
Hey, are you crazy?
More, please.
Nikita! I'm not helping you pay.
Now then, is there anything I can bring you, sir?
Just water.
Well?
I was left without a home after my parents passed away. Then, the Port Mafia took me in. They wanted my special ability, Demon Snow. It only follows orders that are heard through a phone.
This is the one they used, correct? The battery's been taken out. Their goal from the start was to turn you into an assassin. They were clearly very good at using your ability to their advantage.
Hang on, I don't understand. Why didn't you toss the phone?
They would have killed me. Besides, even if I got away from them, I had nowhere else to go.
Who was manipulating Demon Snow through the phone?
A man called Octogawa.
I see. I'll go report this to the agency. And you... turn her over to the military police.
But if I do that, won't she be...
Yes, with a kill count of 35. Even if she went back, she'd be killed as a traitor.
But still...
What then? Will you try to save her? A fugitive from justice and a traitor to the Port Mafia. That's the kind of person you'd be protecting. Is that really what you want?
Well, I mean...
Listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't sympathize with her situation, but her misfortune may be more than you can handle. You only have room for one on your boat. If you're overwhelmed, you will be pulled under, and you'll both sink.
But... if that's all true... Why? Why did Dazai even bother to help me?
You can't do a double suicide all on your own. Boom, boom, it takes two who don't wanna die all alone. Hello?
When did you know what manner of fate awaits those who are chained here?
Yes, it really brings back memories. I remember when you were just a rookie.
Your sins are grave. After abandoning your mission and vanishing into thin air, you now reappear as an enemy to the Port Mafia. It's quite hard to believe coming from a former exec.
You mean coming from someone who was your superior, right?
Even you aren't completely invincible. As long as I don't use my ability, you're vulnerable. I could hurt you. I could kill you anytime.
That's so. Just look at you now. You were so difficult to train when you first started out. You were such a slow learner, and you could never follow directions. Then there's that useless ability of yours.
Your bravado will only last a few more days. In that time, we will obliterate the agency and capture the Were-Tiger. Once you learn of your co-worker's demise, you'll be nothing but clenched teeth and fists. Then, your execution will follow.
You think you can pull that off? Really? My new apprentice is superior to you in every way imaginable.
Yeah, just a bit. Good thing I had enough money.
You only have room for one on your boat. If you're overwhelmed, you will be pulled under, and you'll both sink. Just take her to the police station. Don't let her know what you're doing.
If I turn her in, then they'll... Let's go.
Where? Well, where are we going? Was there some place you wanted to take me?
Oh, I suppose... I thought maybe... well... I figured we could go wherever you wanted to go. There must be a lot of places around here a girl your age would want to check out. Somewhere like... Oh, a couple spot. Like a date. I mean, I do have the rest of the day off, and I doubt you've gotten to go out and just have fun.
Like a date?
Mm-hmm.
A date with you?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Oh. Okay. Whoa. That's a giant baseball arena.
It's Yokohama Stadium.
Oh, really?
I've seen it on a map. This is Yokohama's Memorial Hall. The Museum of Cultural History. Yokohama Customs Headquarters.
You're amazing.
I just have the map and building structures memorized is all.
Oh, I know this one. The Red Brick Warehouse, right?
This place has the best crepes. Ooh, let me have a bite. That's delicious!
Right? Seriously.
That place is pretty popular. I think I heard from Naomi that they make really good crepes there.
It wasn't on the map. I want to try it.
Really? But you ate so much boiled tofu earlier.
Crepes sound good. I finally got the plushie that I wanted. There's just one more place I need to go to.
All right. She's being really proactive.
We're here. Today's been more than enough fun. It really should have ended with the boiled tofu.
But if you turn yourself in, you'll...
be sentenced to death. 35 people have died because of me. It's a sin that I'm still alive. Besides, even if I returned to the Port Mafia, I'd be executed.
We wouldn't execute you, not after fulfilling your mission. I finally got the plushie that I wanted. A transmitter is implanted inside your body. Your whereabouts and every action you make are known to us. Let's go home.
Atsushi has been abducted.
Abducted? Well, that's terrible timing.
I
Yes?
That ministry escort job already has the agency in an uproar. We don't have enough hands on deck to go looking for him. Do we have any information on what happened?
We do. Based on eyewitness reports, he was attacked in broad daylight and shoved into a truck. Destination unknown.
That's snuggling roots. Moving a single person in secret would be child's play.
We have to do something to help him.
Do we really? Why's that? He was captured because of the bounty on him as a were-tiger. Sounds like a personal matter to me. We're not exactly his foster family, and it's not like he joined the agency to gain our protection.
Maybe not, but Atsushi is one of our own now.
Actually, Rampo is right about this. We shouldn't be the ones to take action.
But Mr. Kunekida...
I guess we should inform the police then?
They've designated Atsushi as a major threat. If they knew he worked here, we would certainly take a hit.
Excuse me. You guys clearly don't seem to be capable of coming to an agreement by yourselves. So instead of going on with the ifs, ands, or buts, I just went and asked him for help.
President! Please forgive me. As soon as our work is done, I'll gather whatever information on the situation.
Our plans have changed. Listen up, all of you. Our newest member has been abducted. The current project will be suspended until he has been returned to us safe and sound.
Suspended?
What shall we do about the escort job, sir?
They owe me enough favors that we can afford to hold off on it for now.
Sir, are you sure about this?
What's your concern?
Well, just consider the reasoning behind it.
One of our own is in danger. He needs help. Are you telling me that there can be any better reasoning than that? Kunekida.
Sir.
You have 3 hours.
Understood.
If my predictions are correct, I believe it's about time.
Plotting as usual, are we?
I know that voice.
Well, this sure is a wonderful sight. Rivals a billion-dollar masterpiece. Right, Dazai?
So creepy. Just frightening.
I like your reaction. It makes me want to strangle you.
Still the same old Chuya.
What's that mean?
I've always had a question I wanted to ask. Where exactly do you get all your tacky hats?
Say what you want, old snake. I bet you're still obsessing over committing suicide, aren't you? Don't even try to deny it. In any case, now you're just a pathetic prisoner. Makes you cry, doesn't it? Actually, I find this all a bit too convenient. You might be able to fool Octagawa, but you can't fool me. I am your former partner, after all. So out with it. What's your play here?
Clearly, it was to be caught and killed. So far, I've half succeeded.
That kind of reckless planning just isn't like you. If it was, I would have killed you a long time ago.
You're overthinking this. By the way, just why are you here?
To pay you back. You used to give me a really hard time. You toyed with me. But now... I can give you my gratitude for all of that, with interest. I have no idea what you're plotting, but I want to fight you, Dazai. I want to crush you in whatever scheme you've dreamed up.
Chuya.
Huh? So, you could have escaped any time.
You really thought you could stop me? You must be joking.
I'm rather liking this turn of events.
6 hours. Oh, right. Kenji, do you have that file?
Right here. That's unfortunate. There are no comic strips in this paper. Hey, Kenji.
What is it?
Can you find out if there are any tricky homicide cases nearby?
Well, okay. But the president won't be happy with you.
Never mind.
We found it. This photo was taken by a tourist who witnessed the abduction.
That type of truck is everywhere.
True. Not to mention the plates were fake. However, there's only a few places nearby that make those changes. After Kenji went to all the repair shops we could think of, they were happy to oblige us.
I found out the truck belongs to Karma Transit.
They're mules with a background in smuggling.
So they would have information on his whereabouts. Yes?
Correct. They're the only ones outside of the Port Mafia who might have information about the abduction. Tanizaki is on standby at the site. He can move in at any time.
Understood. I'll begin the infiltration.
How's it look?
It's so quiet you could almost hear a pin drop. There's not a single sign of life. Hang on! They beat us to it!
Hey, what's wrong?
They shut them up. All of them are dead.
It's Octagawa.
Now that our only lead was snuffed out, what next?
Rampo. It's your turn.
Do I really have to?
Please, we need you this time.
Look, Rampo, I'll give you something if you can bring him back safely.
Like what, a bonus? Promotion? I'm not interested. I think I'll pass.
If you go, I'll give you praise.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Let's do it! Ability. Ultra Deduction. See, Atsushi's location is right here. The boat's traveling at 20 knots, making its way toward the open sea. Atsushi's alive. For now, at least.
That means...
Exactly right. They're shipping him overseas.
That's bad. The moment he's out of the country, we can't do anything.
Kunikida, use this. It's the agency's high-speed boat. Bring him back no matter what.
Understood. I promise. I will retrieve Atsushi Nakajima. Don't...
You call that a punch? That wasn't even a massage. Your martial arts skills are below average for the Port Mafia. It doesn't even matter that I can't use my ability against you. Now get up. The party's only just getting started.
You always were the best with hand-to-hand combat. Whoopsie-daisy. I thought my own...
I strike at the last second. You must have predicted it.
We've known each other for a long time. I'm very familiar with your moves, pacing, and behavior. That's what made me a great partner. Right? He's fast.
And I bet you saw this coming too, didn't you? Watch closely now. This is how you punch! Did you really think you could predict all of my moves? Before I kill you, why did you let yourself get caught? What the hell were you waiting here for? Oh, not talking, huh? Alright, I'll just enjoy torturing you a bit more.
The main reason was for Atsushi.
Atsushi?
The were-tiger you're all obsessed with. I wanted to know who was responsible for putting the $7 billion price tag on his head.
You put your own life on the line just for that? I'd like to say that's a real feel-good story there, but look where you ended up. Seems even a genius like you, the youngest executive in Mafia history, can screw up. I guess Lady Luck isn't on your side today. It just so happens I caught you on the very day I returned from putting out fires in the West Side. What's so funny?
You should probably know this. Tomorrow, the 5 execs are meeting.
Impossible! They only meet to make decisions about the future of the organization. Critical decisions. And that only happens every few years. If that was happening tomorrow, I would know about it.
This particular meeting is in regards to a letter I sent them the other day. Allow me to make a prediction. You are not going to kill me after all. Not only that, you're going to give me information before leaving this room about who's paying the Were-Tiger's bounty. Plus, once you exit, you'll prance and talk like a little rich girl.
Huh?
My predictions always come true. But you already know that.
You think you can wiggle out of this? Your letter. What did it say?
Would you like me to recite it for you? Should Dazai fall, all of your secrets will finally be revealed and brought to light.
You've got to be bluffing.
So yes, you've caught me, a former executive turned traitor. But you have a problem. If you kill me, a list of all the organization's transgressions will be released. The public prosecutor, he'll feel obliged to execute all the Port Mafia to trigger a meeting.
You really think you can push around the Port Mafia with a bunch of words? The only execution will be yours.
Possibly. But in the end, that'll be the council's decision. If you kill me without their permission, your action will be considered unsanctioned and therefore a betrayal. You'll be discharged or executed.
Even if I decided to go ahead and kill you anyway, I have a feeling that you'd actually enjoy that, wouldn't you?
I think it's time you made up your mind. Well then, what do you say? I'm waiting, Chuya. Really? Not doing it? I was so hoping I'd be the reason you were thrown out. I'm a little disappointed.
Don't tell me.
The main reason was for Atsushi.
Dazai, was your second reason for coming here to force me between a rock and a hard place?
By the way, just why are you here?
To pay you back. So this whole time you had set me up so you'd have the last laugh.
With a reunion.
Someday, I swear that I'll see you killed.
By the way, you realize you're the one who broke my chains and freed me, right? If I were to run away right now, I'm certain you'd be suspected of aiding my escape.
Are you?
If you do as I say, I could make it look like someone from the agency came and rescued me instead.
Why should I believe a thing you say?
I never lie in these kinds of negotiations. I think you know that.
Bastard. What do you want anyway?
I mentioned it earlier.
If it's about the Were-Tiger, Octagawa's leading that operation. He should have records in the comm storage room on the second floor.
How interesting! I had a pretty good hunch that was the case.
What? Oh, you're such an ass. Just finish what you came for and get out of here.
I duly appreciate it. Just one last thing. My dream is to commit suicide with a beautiful woman. So dying by your hands never really interested me. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll let you know when I find a beautiful woman willing to kill herself.
Chuya! You are such a wonderful human being!
Go to hell. I was being sarcastic. Listen to me carefully. This isn't the end. Next time you won't be so lucky.
No, you're doing it wrong. Aren't you forgetting something? You know you're forgetting something, Chuya.
Next time you won't be so lucky. You won't be so lucky.
Jeez, you can at least laugh!
Did you come here to rescue me?
I had struck to kill. However, it seems your healing powers are partially in effect.
Where am I? At sea?
This ship is usually used for smuggling weapons, but today it's been reserved just for you. You should savor this voyage before we hand you over. It'll likely be your last.
I can't win in a fight against him. I need to find an opening and run.
The weak must die. There's no room for them to exist in this world.
I don't have...
It seems being in the outside world has changed you. What a shame.
Let go of him now.
Have you ever been in the pit of despair? It's a quagmire, desolate, full of anguish. At times, someone may peer down on you from high above, but they'll never notice you. Every moment, your body aches from self-loathing. That is what's waiting for you out there, Kyoka. Demon snow is slaughter-made flesh. Do you really think you can lead a normal life out there? Were-Tiger, teach her how it feels. Never helping anyone, never being trusted, living your life in fear, trembling like a worm. You have two choices, Kyoka. Continue killing for the Port Mafia, or perish by my hand. Because a human without purpose has no right to breathe.
You actually may be right about that. But that's okay. Those grapes, they were delicious.
Mr. Kunakita.
So they found us already.
Atsushi, run while you still can. This ship isn't going to its destination.
Just where is it going then?
The pit of despair.
Kyoka!
Run!
Were-Tiger! You set explosives in the armory. You're trying to die, aren't you? Is that man really worth sacrificing your life for? Is he?
Kid! Listen! I can't get any closer, so you're gonna have to jump!
I'm gonna live. I'm safe now.
That ship will sink at any minute! You need to hurry! You fool! Don't cause more trouble than you already have! No one is getting paid a cent for this rescue!
What about her?
You have to let the girl go. We can't save everyone no matter how hard we try. I know that far better than most. That's just the world we live in!
There's nothing we can do.
That's right. We're not heroes. I've wished so many times that it's not reality! Atsushi!
Kyoka. She said the crepes she had with me were delicious. She was told humans who don't serve a purpose have no right to live. But I don't think that's true. Because neither Dazai nor the agency ever gave up on me! I'm gonna save her!
Hey! Atsushi! Run as fast as you can!
Kyoka, is this truly the path you've chosen? In appreciation for your service, I'll lay you to rest. Forever.
I'm here, Octagawa.
Curious. I had a feeling things would eventually end like this between us.
You're not gonna get...
Options to hand you over alive have expired.
I can't forgive you for this.
The sentiment is mutual.
Rashomon!
This is the same ability that stopped those bullets.
My attacks won't get through as long as it's active.
Pathetic. Is that the best you can do? I don't like torture. However, you have nothing to blame but your own weakness. You deluded yourself into thinking you were worthy just because you were accepted by those fools at the agency. That in itself was merely a matter of happenstance.
You're quite the blabbermouth today, aren't you?
I don't recall introducing myself as a mute.
You're right about one thing. I am weak. But there's one thing I can do.
And what's that?
I can beat you! I thought so. He needs time to activate his barrier. I'll just use my speed to compensate then. What?
I have no time for childish fistfights. You'll forgive me if I observe your efforts from a distance.
I have to close the distance between us if I want to win. Oh no!
Not long now before this ship will sink. Using the explosion to propel himself?
Your ability's slow to activate. Your opponent's not gonna be polite and wait for you. On your feet. Answer back with your ability. Or would you rather go back to being a stray dog in the slums? Excellent. Let's go again.
Before this ship sinks, I have to get her safely to Kunakita.
Why? Why are you the one? You've only just learned how to use your ability, and it shows. Your technique and strategy are sloppy at best. So why? Why did it have to be you?
There it is. That overwhelming feeling of hatred. Where does it come from?
You think you can pull that off? Really? My new apprentice is superior to you in every way imaginable.
Unacceptable. I won't allow him to say such things! Not ever again! Rashomon! Higan Sakura! I've finally defeated him.
Wait. Tell me.
There's no way he should be able to move after that!
There's no question that you're powerful. So then why did you have to use Kyoka like that?
I didn't use her. The sole purpose of her ability, Demon Snow, is to kill. Only by upholding this responsibility does Kyoka's existence have any purpose. I merely did my part in giving her life meaning.
About that, whether someone is worthy of being alive isn't your decision! Why did you tell her those horrible things? She didn't need to hear any of that. People need to hear that they're worthwhile and that somebody cares they're alive! That's human decency! What don't you get about that?
He ripped it off! And he's regenerated! I have to make sure that I keep him at a distance. Rashomon! Sawarabi! Rashomon! Gokumon! Agito!
Nemesis is superior to you in every way imaginable.
Well done, kid.
Let's see here. Who in the world wants to spend $7 billion on a tiger? I should know right about now. Is it really them?
They're late. The bounty approach seems to have failed. Those Mafia types sure are a mediocre lot. It's a small setback, though. The Promised Land will soon belong to the Guild.
We made it back alive. Still, I wonder if the agency can look past the people Kyoka's murdered. They're hostile towards each other. Good morning, everyone.
Now could you turn around for me?
Oh!
So cute!
What is going on here?
It's pretty amazing, right? She looks so incredible in just about anything.
That's not what I meant. Mr. Kunakita!
Don't blame this on me. You wanted to save her.
Is this really alright?
Yeah, I'm not sure myself.
Even if everyone else is fine with it, Rampo's a real stickler for the rules.
Oh, don't worry about him. I'm back! Look what I brought! Rampo's actually into it the most.
This is the snack that changes color when you mix it. Go ahead, try it. First, open the bag. Okay, then put the 2 pouches of powder in the
You're
container.
like children.
Add some water.
Young ones.
Mix really well. You want to put all your heart into it. Then mix, 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 mix. And finally, look what you get. Let me try a little bite.
Children is right.
Guess that's par for the course for Rampo. So do you happen to know who asked her to come visit the agency?
It was me.
President!
Mafia erased her identity, so the police haven't found her yet, sir.
I'm sure they'll label her a fugitive soon enough.
Please let me stay here. I'll do anything.
I don't recommend it. Not because of your background, or not having a job for you. It's for your own sake. It's a difficult life.
Besides, if you stay here, the Mafia will find you. Shouldn't you run as far away as you can?
Akutagawa. He told me that the only thing I was good for was killing people. But he's wrong. I have to prove that to myself.
President. I'd like to vouch for her.
Please consider. Please consider. Please consider.
Very well.
What?
I'll take her in.
Sprain fracture of the lower jaw, avulsion of the frontal bone and thoracic, rupture of the brachial and femoral muscles, and first-degree burns over the entire body. To top it off, he's in a coma. That's the price he paid for failing his mission.
I apologize.
He may never regain consciousness again.
No way.
Don't feel too bad.
Yes, you did fail in attacking the agency and capturing the were-tiger, and you allowed the transport ship to sink. But you all did your best in the end, did you not? Effort is what's important. Results come second, don't you agree? Oh yes, the remnants of the group Octogawa annihilated. Karma Transit. Apparently they're regrouping. I assume they want revenge. Listen to me. The Mafia is a business which employs violence as its currency. It's allowed to desire and kill as it chooses. Retaliation must be weighed in terms of expenditure and liability.
But sir, how can you say that? Octogawa has accomplished so much for the Port Mafia.
Indeed, he is competent. His level of violence is high even by our standards. But what about yourself? Tell me, Higuchi, have you ever felt that you...
I look terrible.
That's a sufficient demonstration, Geen.
The Black Lizard.
You gotta excuse Geen. The boss has him doing a whole lot of infiltrating and assassinating. He'll slice anybody's throat now, even one of our own. If he'd been serious, you'd be dead.
Does the boss intend to take me out?
Not today. Tomorrow may be another story.
Are you here just to gloat?
If I were you, I'd reevaluate my current situation before an assassin arrives at my doorstep. You, along with Octogawa, are a strike force under the boss's direct supervision. As such, you are our superior. But do not mistake our position for obedience. It is Octogawa's power that commands our respect. Tell me, during the time Octogawa will be indisposed, do you possess something that could compel us to obey you?
Need help from you!
Octogawa, please wait! This is suicide even for you! You're walking right into a building full of security guards. We don't even have instructions on how to evacuate.
Silence! Just what would you know?
There it is. A beacon visible from anywhere in the city. A powerful beacon for the one who left without a word. The one who left without acknowledging my abilities.
Sir, please allow me to do my part in helping you.
I don't need help from you!
I need no one's help.
I'm home.
Have you ever felt that you were truly suited for this job?
No, of course I haven't. This is Higuchi. What did you say?
Think this over. The boss won't be happy.
Are you crazy? You're gonna get yourself killed. Octogawa was taken by a bunch of foreign mercenaries hired by what was left of Karma Transit. There's a crapload of them, and each and every one of those guys is armed to the teeth. The boss will issue orders for a retrieval operation. Just wait until then.
There will be no order! This attack on Octogawa was personal. If we retaliate as an organization, we risk triggering more conflicts on a larger scale. The brass doesn't care about private disputes. They'll turn a blind eye to all of this. Octogawa's already been cut off.
Even so, what can you hope to accomplish by yourself?
Maybe I can't do anything. Still, I have to try. I can't just wait. I knew where I stood. I knew I wasn't suited for this job. I knew I didn't have the respect of my subordinates.
If I were you, I'd reevaluate my current situation before an assassin arrives at my doorstep.
I've thought about it often, but each time I could never go through with it.
Let's take them all out, guys!
You all came. But why?
You're our superior officer. It's our job to see you protected from danger at all costs.
Okay, it looks like we're done here.
Akutagawa. Please, wake up.
Is that you, Higuchi?
Take this. You're bleeding.
I'm sorry.
It's not easy to leave the Port Mafia, but not impossible. But I never went through with it, because...
I'm leaving you to look after the girl.
What? Is that okay?
You were the one responsible for saving her, after all.
Right.
Excuse me. We're from the city police.
Oh, welcome. Back again? Didn't one of your officers get arrested last time, Minora?
I'd rather not dwell on that matter. We have another case.
Aw, they didn't even stay for tea when they were done with business. I guess the city policemen are too busy for that.
What are the police like where you're from, Kenji?
We all know each other in my village. It's common to see our policemen doing things like fixing the pump to the local well, rescuing cats, or standing in line to taste the first crop of watermelons.
Are you serious? And what happens to your lawbreakers?
They get hogtied and tossed off a cliff.
Mr. Miyazawa.
Just call me Kenji. I was living in a small village called Ihatov, where there's no electricity, until about 2 months ago. After the president recruited me, I came here. I'm having fun learning all sorts of new things.
Learning new things? Like what?
Well, I don't...
Really possible?
Mr. Kunikida, what should we do about that request from the police?
A car in motion exploded for unknown reasons.
They're completely stumped by it.
You want to give it a go? Shadow another agent. Try to get the hang of things. I know you can do this.
Thanks.
What's going on?
Do you see
A
that?
car was driving along and somehow ended up there.
This is way over my head.
The unidentified driver died on impact.
Unidentified? Can't we use fingerprints or teeth to figure out who they were?
Sure, if we had any.
What? You're saying that the body
It's completely sludged now.
Now then, I know Rompo could solve this case right away, but we're just gonna have to gather information the old-fashioned way.
Kenji, dear.
Hello, little Miss Maeda.
Thank you for the boar meat the other day. It was scrumptious.
It was nothing, really. My folks sent me a lot from home.
Little Miss?
She'd be one of the younger ladies in my village.
Hey, kid! You know the vegetable garden I told you about? It isn't draining very well.
It must be the soil in the rows. I'll check it out later.
Great.
Kenny? You on a job?
We are, as a matter of fact. We're investigating the explosion that just happened. Can you tell us anything about it?
Oh, with the car, right? You could say there's rumors. I'm really not supposed to talk about it, but from what I overheard, right before it happened, those Backstreet folks from the factory district bought a load of fertilizer.
Fertilizer? So do you think they realize the beauty of farming?
No, they were talking about manufacturing something.
Then it was probably nitrogen fertilizer.
What's that?
An ingredient for explosives.
What?
Thank you as always. You've been very helpful.
Anything for you, Kenny.
We already have a lead. Kenji's amazing.
I'll be counting on you. Speaking of the factory district, there's a hangout spot for the Gojo Youth Association there.
Who's that?
To put it in city terms, they're a gang.
A gang?
I wonder if maybe they could be the ones who built the bomb. How about we go there and ask them about it face to face?
Wait a minute! Even if they were responsible, why would they admit it? Especially to...
Tell us. That's how life is.
What? That's how life is? Are you serious? You are serious. I guess you're right, Kenji.
Hey, Junichiro. Weren't you with Atsushi today?
Oh, actually, Kenji was the one who went with him.
What? He's with Kenji?
Yeah, they went to the crime scene. Kenji has solved a lot of difficult cases in the past, so I can't imagine that there'll be any problems.
It's a huge problem! Kenji's methods are way too bizarre for him to be copying. Given how naive Atsushi is, he very well may take Kenji's approach as being the gold standard. This isn't good.
Did any of you build the bomb that made that big car fly into that building?
You're a funny guy. You cops or something?
Actually, we're with the Armed Detective Agency. Oh, that's a real nice chain you got there. Do you always keep one of them handy in case you ever have to haul cows around?
Why, you? Explain yourself, kid.
Oh, I just wanted to ask if any of you were responsible for what happened.
Can't say we know anything about it.
Right? If that's the case, I'm sorry to have bothered you about it.
What?
Kenji, wait up! They were lying about everything! They probably used the bomb to kill someone in a rival gang or something. There's no way they weren't involved.
But they said they didn't know anything about it.
Well, yeah, but...
Whether it's cow or man, in a village or city, if you are honest, others will reply in kind. It works. That principle has never failed me yet.
Is that true?
Yes.
I guess I can see that.
Why don't we head back for now?
Good idea.
Can we stop by at a beef bowl place? I'm really starving.
Hang on. You eat beef even though you keep cows?
Of course! I love absolutely everything about them, including how they taste.
I gotta say, I'm surprised you private eyes figured out we used a bomb to kill a rival gang member. We barely had a chance to chat back there. You want to tell us what kind of evidence you got against us?
Don't think that we'll just let you run to the cops.
This is wonderful. Story eventually. I knew that my honesty would be repaid in kind. In all of the cases that I've worked on, everyone ends up confessing to me like this.
Oh, I get it now.
down, one to go.
Crap! We're surrounded. What am I supposed to do?
That kind of stung a bit. Huh? Up we go.
Oh, don't worry about me. This happens sometimes. Out in the countryside, cows can get in a temper and refuse to listen to you. In times like that... Be not defeated by the rain. Be not hindered by the wind. Be not halted by iron pipe, knife, or metal bat. Be strong of body. Be without desire. Be unfettered by anger. Always carry a quiet smile. That is the sort of person I strive to be. Work. I can't go around doing things like this, Kunakita!
Calm down, you fool! I commend you for realizing that yourself. Kenji possesses superhuman strength, but he isn't totally invincible. He can only use that strength when he's hungry.
What? Then what happens when he's full? I can't eat another bite.
He sleeps.
We just don't have any more space.
Seriously?
She was happy to do it.
Order 2.
You understand, Atsushi?
No, I don't.
Well, the poor girl has no family. She's all alone in the world. The Port Mafia might send assassins for her.
That's true.
You must protect her.
I understand. I'll do my best.
Instead of messing with Atsushi, why don't you write up your report about being captured, Dazai?
Atsushi.
Yes?
I want you to write a report for me. It's going to be all about the person who placed the bounty on your head.
You know who that is?
Going off the Port Mafia's records, it looks like it was the leader of an American organization of the gifted called the Guild.
I thought that they were just an urban legend. Finance, politics, and the military, allowing them to utilize their vast influence for nefarious purposes. What would a group like that want with Atsushi?
You've all got to come see this!
Guess our report will have to wait.
How nice to finally meet you, President Fukuna. Fuzuka?
Fukuzawa.
That's it. Oh, we parked our chopper on a nearby highway. Was that all right?
What is it you wish to discuss? You've journeyed across the world to come here. Speak your mind.
My, this is a rare specimen. I don't recognize this style of porcelain. What is the brand of this set? Royal Blanc? Or perhaps El Zelga?
It's from the ceramics store next door.
My apologies. Please call me Francis, old sport. I insist. I'm the leader of the Guild. We're headquartered in North America. An airline, a university...
Mr. Fitzgerald, I've received reports that you issued a bounty to encourage the Port Mafia to attack us. Are they true?
Yes, that was a big mistake on my part. To think such a famed criminal group would be so incompetent. To make amends, I bring you a business proposal. You've got a nice little company here, and it's in an attractive neighborhood. As such, I'd like to buy it from you. Don't misunderstand. I could buy every piece of property that you can see from here. It's not the building I'm interested in. I want one thing.
And that is?
What do you think? I want your gifted business permit. You see, for a group of gifted individuals to open a business, they need permission from a special branch of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Those fools are about the only ones you can't buy with money. We are a secret society that officially doesn't even exist. There's something in the city that we want. We'd rather not rile the Ministry while we look for it. The permit will allow us to...
I refuse.
Come now. Is this not enough? Very well then. I'll add this. It's a limited edition.
I'm afraid there's no amount of money you could offer that would entice me to give up our permit. It is a symbol of hope, not just for our members, but also for that of Master Natsume, without whom this agency would not exist. Our permit is not for sale to the highest bidder. It is not a plaything for the idle rich.
So you believe there are things money can't buy? That's the boring mantra of the poor. If your employees vanished, I make a bet your little agency would cease to function. And by then it would be too late to change your mind.
I'll take that into consideration. We're done here.
For now.
Escort our guests out, Kenji.
Understood. This way, please.
I'll leave a message for you in tomorrow's paper. Consider it carefully, old sport. I always get what I'm after.
That's a really cute hat.
You think so? Thank you very much, miss.
Well, what do you think? What, you?
First, there was one.
Hey, did you hear what happened?
Yeah, it's on the news.
As we reported earlier, a 7-story building has completely vanished overnight. According to one of our sources, the building was used to house a front company for the notorious Port Mafia. While details
So
surrounding
this is the message.
No one's seen Kenji since yesterday. I'm really starting to worry about him now.
So they'll get rid of anyone, whether it's us or the Port Mafia. Huh.
Junichiro, I don't want you out there on your own. Work with Atsushi to find Kenji. Dazai, you'll be with me. We'll consult the president. We don't know what kind of powers they have. If you encounter them, retreat immediately.
Right. Naomi, you should head back to the agency. It's too dangerous.
If they can make whole buildings disappear, it doesn't matter where I am.
Where are
right,
you?
Atsushi?
Please come out.
I guess.
Hey, man. You know my sister isn't gifted like you or me.
Please answer
She's
me.
gotta go.
Just a minute. I seem to recall someone promising to do anything I asked.
Yeah, but that was yesterday when you were... Let's not talk about it. I still think that you should go back.
Oh, really? Would it help if I reminded you of how we...
Naomi?
No, it can't be.
Naomi! Where are you? Where did she go?
Is this how they attack?
But I didn't sense that anything was off. Naomi!
Wait, it's too dangerous! Where could you be, Elise? Oh, I'm in big trouble now.
Give her back to me! Found you.
Let's play a game! I'd like to welcome all of you to Anne's chamber. My goodness, there's so many of you here, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not very good at public speaking. But still, I have to explain what's going on to everyone. You're all probably really confused about how you even got here. If it were me, I'm sure my heart would be...
Where is Naomi?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Allow me to explain that first. Your agents are over in that room.
Kenji! Damn! Naomi!
It won't open without a key. Unlike that door.
They're all frozen. Has time stopped?
My name is Lucy. I created this world with my ability. But don't worry, you can leave whenever you want through that white door. But unfortunately, your companions will be trapped here.
What is it that you want?
That's easy. I just want you to play in this room with my friend. Say hello, Anne. Anne loves to play. She's a bit needy, but she's just so cute. I forgot to mention about the door. If you leave Only 3 of you left.
It's not safe here. You need to run.
But the girl I'm looking for might be here. She's beautiful, just like a little angel. Have you seen her anywhere, perhaps?
Sorry, I'm afraid I haven't.
I see. Her name has been separated. I have no idea what to do with myself. She might be just behind that door. If she is, I'd never forgive myself for running. So I'm going to stand my ground.
I understand.
The rules are simple. Play a round of tag with my dear Anne. If she tags you, then you lose the game. But if you open the door using that key before she catches you, you win, and I'll return the hostages. Well then, who wants to give it a try?
Can 2 people play at the same time?
But of course! It's much more fun if we all play together.
We'll win if we use Junichiro's light snow ability to project illusions.
Are the 2 of you ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
She's fast!
Caught you! 1 down.
Junichiro!
We've made another friend! Aren't you happy, Anne? Huh? What's that? You still want more? All right then. Incredible! I want to see more! You have such a strong and useful ability. You must have been highly valued from the moment you were born. I know that you're an orphan. I grew up in an orphanage too. I still remember the cold. After using freezing rags to clean for hours and hours on end, my fingers would ache for days. Everyone shunned me because of my ability. They all thought that I was some kind of freak. I heard that when you were taken, the agency was desperate to find you. How wonderful! It must have been because of your great ability.
That's
the reason why the guilds took me in. But there's no room for error in the guild. If I fail in this mission, I'll be tossed aside like a used napkin. Then I'll be all alone again. Tell me, why are you special? How come I'm not special? It's not fair! You should know how I feel more than anybody else! You deserve to stay here forever!
The door with this key! I win!
Kid, be careful!
You shouldn't throw away your chance at escape.
Weren't we supposed to win if I used that key?
That's right. If you could open the door. I don't know how to use this key either. It's a complete mystery to me.
So there was no way to win in the first place.
The real game starts now. You're obviously really good at tag. But I wonder just how much longer you'll last.
There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna be caught. There's no way for me to fight back. It's hopeless. The only hope is that Daza will show up.
You're gonna leave your friends behind?
Even in this impossible situation, you think of something. I can't do anything!
Don't do it, kid. Face your enemy. I wouldn't advise escaping in this situation. Assuming you're willing to trust her. If we're to believe that girl's words, you'll forget everything once you leave through that door. You won't remember the enemy's guile or your friends being in danger, leaving you completely vulnerable. Let me teach you something. Using game theory, the optimal strategy is to launch a total counteroffensive, catching your opponent by surprise. Then you crush your enemy.
I don't think I can do it.
An arrogant opponent is likely to make the biggest mistakes. And if I heard correctly, those friends of yours behind that door Didn't they work hard to find you when you were kidnapped?
That's right. They all saved me.
Enough chit-chat! Are you ready to keep playing our game?
I think it's time for me to make my move.
Yes, I think that's your best option.
It wouldn't be fun any other way. But sadly, it's too late for you.
There's two?
Well, it's only fair since there are two of you.
Oh, shit!
All done here. Looks like you're all alone, mister. So what are you gonna do? It's all I guess I could let you go as a sign of my appreciation. Then again, I really want to see your expression when Anne catches you.
Why don't you try it?
Wait, what's happening? My legs are shaking so much I can't move. This feeling of pure evil. Even Anne is being affected by it.
It's hopeless. I'm afraid you've already lost. Look at the door.
What? But I know I shut that door. So how?
You've made one mistake. This fight was 2 against 1 from the beginning. The moment this door opened, Junichiro used his ability to create a false door.
Impossible. You were able to resist the force pulling you in with just your arms and legs alone?
You give me too much credit. I'm not powerful and I'm not popular. My life has been filled with all sorts of misfortune. That's why I understand your feelings of resentment all too well. I don't want you to lose the only place you can call home. I don't want you to fail, but I'm weak and inexperienced.
A ribbon?
It looks like it finally came into use. Undo your ability and let everyone go. If you don't, I'll throw you into this room. Without a key, this door won't open. That means if you're imprisoned here, no one will ever be able to free you. And you'll be trapped in this room even if you release your ability. Am I wrong?
You can't.
Our powers aren't for controlling people. I understand that better than most. Are you willing to be trapped here forever? Because not even death will save you in this place.
I can't afford to fail my mission.
I'm going to let go. You'll only have that split second before the door closes to decide.
Please, no! Don't do it!
Lucy, listen. If I can... Wait!
Oh, Elise, there you are! Are you okay? Where have you been? I was so worried. You just up and vanished!
I thought that if I suddenly disappeared, it would make Rintaro worry. I really just wanted to see him cry.
Oh, that's so cruel, Elise! You're lucky you're so cute!
Hey, Kyoka. Did you come to get me?
I was worried.
Thank you.
I believe we'll be taking our leave now.
I wanted to thank you for your advice earlier. You said you were a doctor, right?
Ex-doctor. I'm just a simple old man in charge of a small group now. Remember, an optimal solution exists in any situation, regardless of the difficulty. You must not forget that, especially in times of confusion.
Right.
Farewell.
There's always an optimal solution. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What is it? Kyoka? What's wrong?
Though I must admit, I really wanted to use my ability to decimate my enemies like I used to.
You're too old for that.
Hey now.
That may be true, but... So this is a guild assassin?
Yes.
Apparently the agency isn't the only one in a skirmish with the guild. It seems I should take my own advice. We need an optimal solution. The agency and the guild. Those who dare to oppose us and incur our wrath will die.
I'm not gonna lose. Get the job done any way that I choose. Never cared for the cheers or the booze. Bad news for you fools. I will win, that's a fact. 'Cause that's what heroes do. I'm not gonna lose. Full force on you punks so confused. More runs, idiots got me so amused. I hope you caught me when I say that I kill all of you. That's the deal, 'cause I'm not gonna lose. All lies are woken. You will never see another with this much devotion and notion that I'm not the top of the class. It's provoking. We don't have to be comrades. But just ask if you wanna have a blast. I'm just carving out a path of a wrath that you couldn't have with math. Call me a bully if you got the buzzer strapped. Did you slap? When you come to me with crap, you just fell into the trap. I'm thinking that you're on the level with the rebel who's a hero and a devil. In my presence, better revel. Time to settle up, 'cause these hands about the lunch. Turn you into lunch with the punch. Look to hell with that finesse shit. I'm bomb rushing on the scene on some death shit. Got the job done. What you mean I'm too aggressive? I'm having fun while the rest of y'all are stressing and helpless. Check this. I'm not gonna lose. Get the job done any way that I choose. Never cared for the cheers or the booze. Bad news for you fools. I will win, that's a fact. 'Cause that's what heroes do. I'm not gonna lose. Full force on you punks so confused. More runs, idiots got me so amused. I hope you caught me when I say that I kill all of you. That's the deal, 'cause I'm not gonna lose. An executioner, the jury's still out. I'm the one with clout, let them pout, never bowing down to no man. That includes Tailboy, Raw Girl, all the half candle, half snowman. That girl that creates items with the titty showing. Zoom Zoom boy and that bubble-headed perv man. Visible chick, that gravity bitch, that shadowy blip. And both the motherfuckers that just get as hard as my kid. Fury is a nerd, the only thing he ain't going for himself is all my filthy heat so deserving. Could've gave it all to me. Damn, can't you see I never get my enemies come to flee? What the hell with that finesse shit? That's for the cowards. If you real, then you reckless. One track mind, eat fear just for breakfast. It's about smiling in the ear, calling justice, well invested. So I'm not gonna lose. Get the job done any way that I choose. Never cared for the cheers or the booze. Bad news for you fools. I will win, that's a fact.